Hi everyone, welcome back to Tell Me Why. In the beginning of the previous episode, we thought we knew what happened the night Marianne died. We thought she was an awful woman who tried to kill Tyler and he was protecting himself. However, throughout the episode, we found out that maybe there's more to it and there's a lot of clues that point to the fact that she did love her son, she did love Tyler, and there's more to it. So I'm guessing today we will reveal more details about what happened that day, and I'm very curious to see where this is going. Let's get into the gameplay.
Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest, there lived a pair of crafty goblins.
The crafty goblins did everything together, until one day, when darkness overwhelmed the big wooden house in which they lived.
Blamed for the darkness, Brother Goblin was forced to leave the forest, while his sister had to stay behind.
Years later, they were finally reunited, and together, they decided to confront the darkness in the big wooden house.
Though they sought the help of their friends in the forest, they found that no one wanted to delve into the long-gone past.
That's a great metaphor of what happened in the first
This is
episode.
how the goblins found themselves alone in the woods, trying to discover why darkness had submerged the big wooden house.
This is really interesting. Okay, that's the night of Marianne's death.
Tomorrow we should play Compass and North Star in the woods.
Be sure to wear your hat then.
You be sure to wear your hat.
All right, who wants ice cream?
Me!
Eat up.
Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling. And as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it, the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman, alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure, and her title.
I don't like that story. There were no goblins, and it was depressing.
We won't read it again.
I love you, Mom.
Not me. Just kidding. Love you, Mom.
Mwah. I love you too. Sleep well and dream, my doves.
Interesting. That glimpse to the past show a genuine compassion that Marianne
Ollie?
had toward her kids. But of course, it's not the entire picture. Currently, my guess is something that revolves around mental illness, but we do not know that for sure yet. Of course, I meant mental illness over Marianne.
What a waste.
But again, we will have to wait and see. Was that an ice cream?
Allison! Ollie! Allison, help!
Can you imagine if this entire accident was due to a misunderstanding, that maybe their mom was trying to protect them at that point? Wow, it's crazy.
We need to call for help. Allison. I killed Mom. I killed her.
Chapter 2, Family Secrets. The music in the games of Don't Know.
Try to keep you safe from harm. Try to keep it straight. Keep my head on. But it cuts so deep, and it hurts so hard. And I cannot stop the stars that fall. If I could hold you in my arms.
That's awesome how they combine in the present with the past. Their young selves and their current selves. It's very creative.
Keep you close. I would stop them all. They would never find
Bam!
to hold on. To hold on. To hold on. To hold. I don't know where the dark comes from. I don't know how to keep the light I found. I don't know.
This is really relaxing.
You shine even now.
Hey. You doing alright?
I thought coming here would be closing a chapter of our lives, you know?
And instead, we've spun off a whole miserable prequel trilogy.
Literally.
Okay. No. We're not letting ourselves do this again. Come on. Up. Mind-numbing labor's a great way to forget your troubles.
Finding that book
Can't we
that
just have coffee instead?
Tyler is
No.
holding started
On your feet, soldier.
giving us the new perspective in the previous episode.
Let's take a break from packing and sort out the furniture. If we get enough done, I'll drive you into town and buy you a gallon of ice cream.
Tempting.
Mint chocolate chip, 2 gallons. Let's do this.
Okay, so I
Goblin
guess
faces keep,
we continue to prepare
dollar
the
sign
house
is
for
donate
selling,
or sell,
cleaning up.
and trash can as well. Trash. By the way, I cleared out most of the stuff from the bathroom this morning, but I left you the toilet.
So the objectives are sort the ground floor furniture, finish the kitchen sorting. Got it.
Very generous of you. Crummy table and wobbly chairs.
I think I want to keep those. If it's up to me.
A nice tablecloth could hide the stains.
A tablecloth? Ooh, fancy lady. Oh,
Okay, so I'll go and decide
what's that smell?
regarding everything to keep or sell or throw. Rough. We have a memory. Wait a minute. There it is.
Ugh, what's that smell? Smells like delicious garbage.
Ooh, yes, delicious indeed.
Or could it be Stinky Pants Sam?
Oh, Stinky Pants Sam!
Come on now. Sam got that smell getting a skunk out of our barn. Be nice.
A skunk? What did you do to her? Is she okay?
Oh, okay, so Sam is the
Sure is. She just went hunting for food and couldn't get back out.
is that man we saw in the previous
All she
episode. I
needed
didn't
was
know
a
what he's doing here.
nudge to get her on her way.
He was close to the
Sam
family.
Tansky, hero of skunk kind.
I remember
At
being
least to
super
Marianne.
impressed by him, and it made me want to be a wild animal superhero too.
Oh, the camera angle got crazy. Just wanna open the fridge.
Allison,
Come on. There it
I
is.
asked you to clean up the coffee table 3 times already.
You hungry? We have a whole lot of nothing.
Aw, I was hoping maybe you could make me one of those pickle and ketchup sandwiches.
Ugh, why'd you have to remind me of that?
I don't know how you ate that stuff.
Says the guy who used to eat peanut butter with ranch.
So good.
Ancient appliances, you are staying here. Although, that oven looks in okay enough shape.
No way. We are not moving the oven.
Okay. What you got here? Dumping a cake, ingredients. Oh, it's a recipe. Every day, please, mom. Oh, now clean the coffee table was added to the objectives. Just exploring first, trying to see if there's something important I should look at. I think not. Let's keep going.
Well, you gonna clean off the coffee table?
Fine, clean freak.
It's gonna leave a stain on the wood.
Okay, okay. Let's do that.
All right, I'll clean it up.
Thanks. While you do that, I'll check out the furniture.
Deal.
I'm guessing you want to keep the coffee table?
What about you?
If there's anything you want, speak now.
I'm not really planning on bringing furniture to Denali. And if I need a base in Juneau, you'll have all the furniture I need.
How very non-committal of you. All right, I'll keep it.
Drawing of a goblin with a
I really
chest.
like that
That's
armchair.
awesome.
It'll look sharp next to your tree stump nightstand.
I'll be the most stylish mountain man ever. But I was actually thinking it should go in your library.
Library? We may not even have a living room.
I have faith in you.
All right, let's keep it.
Maybe it'll be salvageable with a deep clean?
Well, I'm keeping a lot of stuff. I think I'm bad at this job. How do I get out of this
And finally,
view?
I hate to say it, but the couches get a one-way ticket to the dump.
No protest here. I think I have permanent knee damage from a decade of bumping into the corner of those damn things.
Well, then that's it for the living room. You are relieved from your duties.
Cool. That was easy enough. So now sort the ground floor furniture and finish the living room sorting.
Ugh, gross stain is gross.
What happened?
Some unfortunate spillage that brought about the end of indoor tea parties. I hid the stain with my toys, forgetting that they would eventually be picked up.
Brilliant move, Ronan.
I was so afraid that Marianne would ground me
Addison
for
is
the rest
pretty,
of my
isn't she?
life.
But she didn't, right?
No. I remember her saying that sufficiently adventurous play ensures that accidents will happen, and that it wasn't a big deal. But still, know what to do with this.
I think we can sell it, maybe?
Maybe someone would be willing to refinish it.
Look under. Huh. Look at that frog.
What's this doing down here?
I think that's a collectible.
Is that gum?
Yeah.
I guess that was probably me.
Goblins were here. Let's see that one. In the previous episode, by the way, I only missed one collectible. Shoot.
The big
was close.
frog is an effervescent creature who tries to be kind, but is also a tireless gossip. The Ice King punished her once by telling her his deepest secret. If she ever tells anyone, she'll lose her voice forever.
By the way, the collectibles have a lot of meaning. So the crafty goblins is a metaphor for the twin brothers and brother and sister. The Mad Hunter is that dark, scary creature we saw at the end of the previous episode, which could be a real creature because this game is not fully realistic. We know there's the power of those twins. But it could be maybe a piece of someone's imagination, maybe Marianne, maybe they thought that she saw him, or maybe the kids, I don't know. The Wise Princess, I think it's turning out to be the mom. And the Pelican, I really do not know. But many of them got more meaning than it seems. Alright.
I completely forgot we had a pet vole for a few days.
Poor Volcano. She was in rough shape when we found her. Good thing Marianne actually knew what she was doing with injured wildlife. Allison.
Wait a minute. Joy?
What's up?
Should I throw these pictures out?
They're happy memories, I think.
I mean, most of them are pretty happy memories.
I guess.
You look cute here.
That's not me. I mean, it is, but...
I get it, I guess.
But not really. I get it.
It's just weird. Seeing myself like that again. Damn. Didn't think a picture could throw me like this anymore.
I'm sorry. That sounds really rough.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm like 1,000 times better. But I've got a ways to go before I'm comfortable taking my shirt off. Which is why I'm scheduling my top surgery as soon as we sell this house. No more putting a binder on every morning. God, that sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, totally. Just so you know, I'll be there to help out when you do. Whatever you need.
Thanks.
All right. What's your verdict, Ronan?
You know what? I'll keep a few. To remind us how far we've come.
Nice. That's Eddie? I think that is.
Oh man, I love this one.
Why do I look so pissed? I remember loving this.
Maybe because Marianne was sticking a camera in your face?
Come on, smile, like Allison.
Okay, we have a memory available. Here it is.
Lasagna! Lasagna!
Finish your salad first. Thank you, Tessa. You're a lifesaver.
Oh, don't worry about it. They're just leftovers from the restaurant.
What about Volcano? She needs to eat her lunch too.
Oh, quite right, love.
She can have my corn.
Here you go, little one. must be hungry too.
Tessa really did keep us all fed.
She always tried to take care of everyone. Still does, I guess.
But I'm still angry about what we found out about her in the previous episode. Okay, what else? What else? Oh, another memory. Wait. There it is.
Come on, honey, smile, like Allison.
Hold up your fish.
It's not my fish anymore. Allison stole it.
She's going like this?
My sister, the fish thief.
You were just being bratty.
Was I, though?
Yes. All I did was help clean it when we were out on the porch. Eddie had to force you to share.
What is that? We can turn it, okay.
Hey, Allison, come take a break with me.
That's awesome.
Are you gonna keep doing that?
Last time.
Yes, you are.
I'm having fun. Okay, that's enough. There's another memory, I think. Oh, maybe I'm confused?
Hey.
No, there
Neat
is.
Freak. You want coffee?
Wait a minute, where is the memory? Oh, okay, there it is, outside. Yes.
Steady now. Take your time. He's not gonna jump up and do the cha-cha.
What about me? I want to clean the fish too.
It's not even your fish. You didn't catch anything.
Ugh, only because you wouldn't stop talking and scared all the fish away.
Keep your eyes on what you're doing. Allison, when we're done with this half, you can take over and do the other one. That sound fair?
Yes.
Ground control to Major Allison?
Yeah.
Starting the fire again?
Yeah, I'm gonna boil some water. You want something to drink?
Tea or coffee? I'm drinking coffee at the moment, so let's go for coffee.
Would you rather have instant coffee or instant coffee?
Nah, sorry. I'm more of a tea person. Get it? Tea. As in...
In Tyler.
How long have you been waiting to make that joke?
longer than I'm willing to admit.
I am so glad Eddie came through on the caffeine.
Shh, did you hear that?
The Ice King is sending us a warning.
What? What's going on? I think there's another memory. I thought I saw those little lights. Yeah, there it is. Okay, here you go.
For your punishment, said the Ice King, you shall be banished from the forest. And if you dare come back before the new moon, you shall feel my anger in your gut. Hear it in the wind. Whoosh!
Do you think the Ice King would really react that way? He may be intimidating, but he's always fair and never mean.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Maybe he tells the goblins to help the people they hurt instead?
Great idea, sweetie. Why don't we think about it at dinner? I'll put everything away for safekeeping while you go wash your hands.
Can you put them in the binder so they don't get stained?
Of course, love.
So that's interesting. They're referring a lot to this Ice King.
I still think my dark and twisty version was better.
We put so many hours into that book.
Yeah. Our binder was full of extra drawings and incomplete stories. Think they're all still in the kitchen drawer?
We should go take a look.
I appreciate their effort regarding working on this book. So what I was trying to say is that they refer a lot to this Ice King, and since there's a lot of metaphors in this book of goblins
Come check
that
this out.
reflects on their real life, so maybe this Ice King is some character that we are going to meet later on, and that gives me the chills.
Allison's first drafts. Right.
Huh,
'Cause
nice.
I didn't contribute at all.
Come on. I know you did. I can't believe she kept all these.
You'd think putting them on the fridge for a couple of weeks would have been enough.
You know how we thought of ourselves as the goblins? Did you ever get the sense that maybe Marianne was the princess in the stories?
Yeah. She called her bedroom the princess's sanctum, and she was all alone in the woods, in this house, until we showed up.
She was. Alone,
Yeah, that's what I said and thought.
but with a few friends who helped her along the way.
What are you doing?
Research. So, if Marianne was the princess, then who were all the rest?
And here we go.
Oh, come on.
Amazing. That's exactly what I was trying to say from the beginning of the episode, and now they put it out front. They just saying it, and now we literally have to check out which character is which person. I'm into that. It's like an interesting riddle. Try to associate the characters with the real person.
Humor
Cool.
me.
Wait a minute, let's remember. Maybe it will help. We have Sam, we have Eddie, and we have Tessa. So we can find answers in the Book of Goblins. But in which chapter? Let's see what chapter we have. The frog earns the right to speak. The bear and the princess. The beaver fixes the house. The princess party. I don't want to check aimlessly and read everything, until I might find the answer. I want to find the right pages and read there. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is, what characters we have? We have the pelican, we have the bear, and we have the moose, right?
Poor Moose. Really
Okay.
didn't do him justice.
Justice? Kind of ironic, huh?
Considering he was the lawful good one.
Too bad the law isn't really just.
The lawful good one. I'm not sure I need the book. So, since I can swap, I guess I need to order it according to where they stand. We have, again, Sam, Eddie, and Tessa. I'm thinking I don't need to read the book. It's pretty obvious. Because the moose... Yeah, the moose is a... One second. Thinking out loud. The moose, we said, is a lawful good one. I think that's Eddie. The pelican fed them. We read that in the princess party section in the book, in the previous episode, so that's definitely Tessa. And the bear should be
The bear
Sam.
was the most helpful one. He was always around.
Always around,
Stalking her.
helpful,
What?
stalking.
No.
I mean, he was kinda always there, lurking.
That's definitely Sam. And now, when they're talking about him, I'm kinda a little bit of... I think maybe I could be a little bit more nice to him. But he wasn't very respectful towards Tyler in the first episode. So that's why I had a bit of hard time being nice to him. But, listening to their conversation, I get the feel that he was trying to help. No, okay, I got it. It's pretty clear. So Tessa is the swamp, so I just need to swap those.
You go here.
And I think we're done. How do I confirm? Yeah,
All right. I think I'm done.
check this
You
out.
sure?
Definitely.
How do you like them apples?
I think you might be onto something. What
Yeah.
about these guys? I don't see them being real life people. Or this one.
Okay, so the pelican is Tessa, the moose is Eddie, and the bear is Sam. But what else do we have? The princess.
Yep.
That's
Totally
Marianne.
Marianne.
Why a princess, though? Why not a queen?
She hated authority.
Yeah. She'd have been a terrible ruler.
And
The specific human attributes you have assigned to these forest animals are truly thought-provoking.
Indubitably.
I don't know who are those. Got no clue. But the question is, who is that creature? In the collectibles again, it's called the Mad Hunter.
You better hurry, or the Mad Hunter will catch us!
We need to hide. This way.
What's going on? I don't know. Is he here? Is he really here?
I'm scared. Go away!
There he is.
Go back to the forest!
I forgot about that. We'd been pretending he was there.
Okay.
Suddenly he was.
That was the only time that happened, right? Allison? Wait. It
Whoa.
felt way too real. It was...
Us. Pushing our imagination way too far.
Or maybe.
Great. Sam Kansky, Grandmaster of Bad Timing. We're not done with this conversation.
Yeah, this is very interesting.
Morning,
It was
Sam.
going to reveal something, I think.
Goblins. I ran into Chief Brown, who said you were starting to clean up on the house this morning, so, I kind of figured you might need some supplies.
Thanks.
Thank you. That was very thoughtful.
Oh, also got something for you, Tyler.
Why would you give him that?
Every man needs a good knife. There you are.
Thanks, Sam.
That's actually nice that he finally
Good.
treats him like a man.
Good, yeah. Oh, and before I forget, for the lady of the house. It was your mom's favorite recipe. Still make it darn near every week. Think of her every time.
Thanks. But we don't have a stove. Still no electricity.
Oh, yeah, that fuse box is busted. Just another thing I've been meaning to put back together around here.
Where is it? I can take care of it.
Oh, I don't doubt you can. But, I've been kicking this thing back to life for the last 20-some years. I'll give you a hand.
All right.
Box is in the barn. Follow me.
We'll be right behind you.
I think he means well. I do. That was nice of him.
Well, I guess old bears can learn new tricks.
Yep. Come on. Let's go get our electricity back on.
Let's do it. Still have to talk about that Mad Hunter. What now?
So, how's school?
I graduated already. Outdoor studies.
Oh, outdoor studies, huh? Well, it's a good thing I came along when I did. You know, I built this here barn for your mama.
Yeah, I guess it did help.
You really helped her out, huh?
Now, you know, just a few chores here and there. I was glad to help. Your mother, she...
He fancied her?
I can never bring myself to leave her high and dry. Anyways,
I think he liked
find
her.
that darn key.
You have our keys.
Wait, Sam. You have more of our keys?
Yeah, the one for the barn's called a railroad key. See, it's got this special tip that you can...
Fascinating. I'll take that off your hands now.
Well, I, figured I might still need to do some maintenance, so,
Nope. We're good. Thank you.
Let go.
Fair warning, door's a bit temperamental.
Haven't you been taking care of this place? You didn't oil the doors?
What? You think I just hang out here all day or something? Here, son, give me a try.
Good.
Okay, when you twist it as far as you can to the left, give it a nice little jerk.
Damn it.
No shit.
What happened? Okay, let's go.
Well, at least the door is open now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy enough to fix. Now, that fuse box.
Oh no. You and you are going to clean up your mess. I'll take care of the fuse box.
If I'll do that,
I'm not asking. Go
I
on.
wanna see if there's something else around here. I think that's a no. Okay. Fixing the fuse box.
All right. Fuses go into plugs. Should be easy enough.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, those are instructions.
Look at what? The whole jam needs to be replaced.
Wait a minute. What is that letter? Mariana, wrapped up your electrical board. I got around, but in case you want to check it out, careful not to overload the circuits. You'll have to use 15 amp fuses for the garage. Amps total up to 120 for the whole house. Sam. P.S. Pretty proud of myself. For once I've respected the right color coding. Each fuse should have the right color cable.
What happened? You okay?
Yeah, it's just a
So,
bum knee. I wrecked it playing ball.
main range.
Football? In college?
High school.
3 outlet, 2 kitchen. Okay, and 1 is dryer, water heater. Okay,
Seems to be working
got it.
fine. Problem must be the latch.
No shit. It's covered in rust.
Nothing a little salt and lime can't fix.
Place fuse.
It's a door
Okay,
lock,
so once
not a
again,
bottle
he
of
said
tequila.
50 amp for the garage. Okay,
Go for a margarita right about now.
A margarita?
and the garage is
Sometimes old Sam likes
6.
a pain.
Oh, the garage already placed. Wait a minute, this is confusing. I have a 50, 20, and 30.
I want to get a look at the spindle.
Shouldn't we get this cleaned up before we put it back together?
in my items.
Hey,
So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. 6 is already placed, which is the garage. But how much should I put to the others?
We're not getting a gun, Sam.
He didn't say in the letter. Up to 120 for the whole house. The menu, I don't know if you can see because my picture is covering that. I have 30, 20, and 15 fuses.
Like it's a goddamn bouquet. Mildew's always a problem.
So that's a summer. To summarize, it's 65, and we already have 15, so it's 80 total. So either way, we can't, you know, overdo it.
And borax?
Mm-hmm. Probably ought to blow
So I guess I need the kitchen,
I usually air out the barn much as I can. And oil.
the dryer, water heater,
That stuff's a hatchery for mold.
and I'll go for the lights, I guess. I don't know. Let's try this. So the dryer and water heater will need the most power because they consume more. So let's place a 30 amp fuse.
Let's try this one.
And here,
Little silver bit
for the kitchen, I'll
needs
put
to
the
be forced back onto the brass bit.
20.
That's probably what was jamming it in the first place.
Probably so. You got a good head for this stuff.
Yeah, well, you're not the only person who
And
uses
here
this
I'll
stuff
put
around here.
50.
Yep. Pretty much took an army to keep this place standing.
No, here I wanted to put 50. Oh, I can remove, okay. I have only 3. I can put in all of them. I'm confused. I'm so confused. I only know that in the garage I should put 50, but there's already a 50 there.
You'll have to pick some up at the Vecchi's. Anyways, see how loose the bolt is? Strike needs to be replaced.
There's no more
Does that mean we can't fix the door?
notes to read.
Yeah, not today.
So much for an easy fix.
I don't know what to do. I have to put maximum of 120. So I have 30, 20, that's 50. Another 30, that's 80. Oh, it's an overload. Let's put here 50 as well. No, oops. Confusing. Again, so now I have 30, 60, 90, 110, 125. I need 5 less. So let's remove this one and put a 15. 15. Okay, let's verify.
Wait, that's not right.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Oops.
Hey, I'm moving at my own pace. I need to know this stuff.
All right.
Women, huh?
Don't do that, Sam.
Yeah, don't do that, Sam. What the fuck?
Next to the box.
If I'll use here 20. Because again, my way of thinking is, as we know, machines that generate heat usually take the most of the power. So that's the dryer and water heater and the generator heater. So I want to put them there 30. Kitchen and outlet and lights. Oh, lights needs a bit more. It can use a 20. Lights also consume quite a lot. And here I'll put a 50. And here as well 15. Let's check we didn't reach the limit or cross the limit. So at the moment we have 30, 50, that would be 70, 100 and 120. Exactly.
I guess I should try a higher amp fuse.
Careful you don't put a low amp in a high amp plug. That's a fire just waiting to happen.
Just do
Oh,
the
I'm
math,
so
Allison.
dumb. I'm so stupid. This is so embarrassing. The color of the cables. He mentioned the color of the cables. This is so embarrassing, guys. How did I not see it? Here comes the blue one, which is the 15. Oops, the 15. And here come a 20. Oh my god. Now we're good to go. Blue to blue, yellow to yellow. So let's summarize. 30, 50, 70, 90, 120. Exactly, okay. This is so embarrassing. How did I not see it from the get-go?
Seems good.
Et voila. Let there be light. That's where the gun was.
You damn fool.
Everything okay?
He cared for her.
You two look like you got this all in hand, so,
Or maybe he knows something. Sam, talk to us.
bye.
What was that about?
I have a couple of guesses.
What are we gonna do with this wreck?
Take it apart and sell the scrap?
Be my guest.
Be my guest. It sure looks like a pile of junk to me.
Where you see junk, I see dollars.
I wonder why Sam got so upset.
Oh, he probably forgot he was all out of bourbon.
Definitely something got to him.
Well, something about it really got to him.
I don't think any of us are exactly happy to see that gun rack. Remind me to take it down later.
Look at all those carvings. Beautiful. Looks so much fun.
Look at this. I think this is where she made all her toys. Toilet paper tubes, rope, cardboard.
I wonder what she planned to make with that.
She was so crafty.
And she could draw and write and take pictures.
She could have been an artist instead of just locking herself up out here.
Hey there, little buddy.
Are you cooing at a spider? It had better be a tiny one.
Don't listen to the mean lady. You're an 8-legged beauty.
Actually, I like spiders. But I can't see him.
Oh man, I'm gonna put together the sweetest toolbox ever.
Oh, I want to craft and create some toys too. I love creativity. Paint, draw, and sculpt.
Preda-rep. What's that?
Wolf pee.
Ew, what?
Do not spill it on your shoes.
Something
I sense a story.
is going on.
Well, if by story you mean using it at fireweed to get rid of some rats, and then spilling it on my only pair of shoes, then yes. Hey, it was not funny.
It was a little bit funny.
B-boy.
Allison, do you know who this is?
What?
What did you find?
Isn't that
Do you
Eddie?
know who that is?
Yeah. That's Carol, Eddie's mom.
Oh,
I've seen other pictures of her, but never this one.
Man, look at Brown. And Marianne. She looks really happy.
Eddie's mom, eh?
Careful, the glass is broken.
Are you okay?
It stings.
Let's go see Mom.
But she'll get mad. We weren't even supposed to be here.
Follow the memory.
Come on, it's gonna get infected.
I don't want to. She said not to disturb her and Eddie. Where are you going?
Things were different when she was around. We were family, Eddie. How could you do this to me?
There they are.
Look, I had to make that call.
That's it?
What were they talking about?
What call?
I can't figure out what's going on.
I don't know, but I remember that whatever Eddie had to do, whatever that call was about, it was tearing him up.
Tearing him up? He was being a total cop, and Marianne got pissed and threw him out. Here, I'm gonna show you what I remember. There's more. I can feel it.
Okay, so now Tyler has a different memory, or he adds up to my memory? This game is kinda like a puzzle. We just need to find all the pieces. We find the piece and the piece and the piece, and eventually we get the entire picture. This is so intriguing. And it, bless you. I'm talking and she's sneezing. Also, I've noticed that in terms of pace, it's just like reading a book. It's building up slowly. Anyway, let's remember.
I had to make that call. I was just following the law.
Oh, yeah? And this little visit right here? What would the law say about this, huh?
Look, I didn't have to come out here, but I did.
You're a goddamn hypocrite. Get out of here!
What was that about?
Marianne.
I said get out! Out!
We need more answers from Eddie.
She didn't throw the picture at him.
You sure about that? He was being a complete dick.
How can you be sure? We were eavesdropping. We could barely see a thing.
What do you think happened then?
So they remember different things? Well, it's been a while ago, so it's... makes sense.
Look. I had to make that call. I was following procedure. What I'm legally required to do.
Then why are you here? Pretty sure this isn't procedure.
I wanted you to hear it from me.
Please leave.
Marianne. I'm sorry.
Please just go.
Interesting.
How do we keep remembering the same things so differently?
It was a long time ago, and
Yeah, memory gets fuzzy.
memory's a tricky thing.
Exactly.
When did that happen?
I'm not sure. I think it was the exact same day she attacked you.
That's what I thought.
But Uncle Eddie said he hadn't seen Marianne for weeks.
Yeah, that was bullshit. And what was all that about following the law? What was he doing here exactly?
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
have no idea.
I have no idea. We shouldn't jump to any conclusions.
But we should find out,
I know he took care of you,
don't we?
but that doesn't make him incapable of lying.
I can't see him being that cold with Marianne. Even if he was being a cop.
I mean, I can, but who knows? I guess memory's a tricky thing, huh?
That's what she said. Choose Allison memory. Marianne was sad. Or choose Tyler's memory. Marianne was angry.
You're a goddamn hypocrite. Get out of here!
Get out.
Oh, I have no idea. How should I know? There was indication throughout the game regarding that specific event that would have helped me. I tend, because we've met Eddie, I tend to think that it's more likely that she would be sad and not angry at him, but I really don't know that. I have no idea.
You're a goddamn hypocrite.
At this point, I'm just guessing. I really don't know. I am so confused.
You're a goddamn
But, okay. Okay, so here's the thought. The picture in the garage, the glass was broken, right? So it probably points out to the fact that she threw it.
Get out.
You're a goddamn hypocrite.
Out.
It's true that the picture could have got broken many other ways, but I think they deliberately show us the fact that the glass was broken to give us a clue. Let's go
Goddamn hypocrite.
with this option.
Get out of here.
I mean, I think this is the more... This is what I choose if I haven't seen the picture. I'd go for this one. But that would be just pure guessing.
Get out.
But this one got more foundation to land on
Goddamn hypocrite.
because we found that evidence. Again, it's not 100% proof because the picture could have been broken in many other ways, but I think there's a reason why we saw that. The developers chose to show us that picture.
Get out of here.
Are you okay? Did you see what Allison just did? Anyway, I'm going with this one.
You're a goddamn hypocrite. Get out of here.
Get off my property right now.
So, we agree. Brown came out here and bullied Marianne the same day she attacked us. And then lied about it. Now what?
We go and get a straight answer from him.
You definitely need to
Right
talk to
now?
him.
Yes. I'll go get my car keys.
But what will these mountains of trash do without us?
Nah,
Fuck
I
the
can
trash.
wait. I can wait a little bit. This is more important, dude.
Man, I can't believe Brown lied. I mean, I may not be the guy's biggest fan, but he's always talking about the truth and the law and shit.
Do you have to be so happy about it?
What?
I know you've been waiting for something like this. Something that proves Eddie's an asshole. But gloating about it is really not cool.
Yeah, I didn't like Eddie, and it's
Yeah,
possible he waited
Just
for
a
it.
sec. I'm parking the car.
Tina? We haven't met her, right?
Guess I'll just go stretch my legs then.
No, just give me a sec. Okay, Tina, what's going on?
Hi, hon. I've got someone who is super interested in seeing the house.
Oh, that's amazing.
Wow.
When?
They're just in the area for a couple of days, so they'd like to come by day after tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not sure it'll be ready.
Hun, this guy is very motivated, but I know he's looking at other properties. And it's not like you've had people breaking down the door.
I appreciate that, but we've kind of got a lot going on over here.
Yeah.
Did I mention it would be an all-cash offer?
Ooh. But I think it's more important to find out the truth, so it's not the right time.
It's not the right time.
A cash offer, Allison.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I
but
heard you,
it'll be a
and
total
I
mess.
said it's not the right
I don't want
time.
to waste anyone's time.
Okay, well, you tell me when you're ready.
Thank you for understanding.
Huh. Well, I think I just made Tina's shit list.
Oops. I guess I can live with that. Is there anything interesting here? Ooh. Look at this waterfall. Pretty. This game is gorgeous. Okay, let's move forward. What's going on over here? Road and bear encounters are frequent during Salmon Run, May to October. What is the date in which you are playing here?
Dee and I did that trail a couple years ago.
Black
We
Ridge
drank
Trail.
ice cold beers when we reached the summit.
Sounds fun.
Whose votes are you looking to win out here, Tom? The Bears?
Vote Tom Vecchi for mayor? Really? He's Tessa's husband, right? Wow. Look at the
Looks
view.
like you found a nice spot.
Wow.
We've been here before, right? I feel like I've been here before. So, Tina?
Tina West, our realtor.
Oh, that Tina. What'd she need?
She had someone who wanted to see the house, but he could only come by day after tomorrow.
And you told her no?
Yeah. We need more time than that, to get things cleaned up and,
Thanks. But what if it's the only call we get?
And I guess we just grow old and lose our minds in that fucking house.
I guess.
Sounds like a plan. So, before Tina called, we were talking.
Yeah?
I'm not happy your foster father fucked up.
Oh yeah? Because you sure sounded like it.
He hid information about Marianne.
I know! You just don't have to rub it in.
I get it. You're always gonna side with him over me.
Come on, that's not
come
fair.
on.
Then why do you keep doing it?
This town, these people, they're just memories to you. But it's my home, Tyler. My friends, my family. And as much as I want answers, I'd rather not lay waste to my entire life to get them.
I didn't come here to ruin your life, Allison. I just want some answers.
I know. That's why we're doing all this, right?
I get them both, actually. It's complicated. You see, on one hand, Allison was living here this entire time. Those people, it's like her family, because she knows them so well. But then again, Tyler, he paid the price
Fucking freezing.
for covering for his sister.
Maybe we should head back to the car.
Yeah.
His sister was trying to protect him and all, but he still paid the price. And he deserves to find some answers, and I get why he's so emotional about it. So there's no right or wrong here. Let's start by I like this view because I do.
Our hometown looks pretty picturesque from here.
They're talking telepathically, it's amazing.
Way more attached to this place than you let on.
This is a memory, right? Oh no, the effect on the screen indicates we talk telepathically.
So, you really want to live somewhere super secluded like this? Alone in a cave, speaking for the trees?
I do. Is it really that hard to imagine?
Oh yeah? Who do you think's gonna come visit you out there, in the middle of nowhere?
Well, I was hoping you would.
You feeling that, Ty?
Yeah.
Oh, now I can remember something.
Found you! North Star!
Okay, now you're the star and I'm the compass.
Okay,
And don't cheat. I know you were sending me fake hints last time.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Okay, I won't do it again.
You were always accusing me of cheating.
Because you totally did.
It was a cool game. Guessing where you were just by feeling what you felt.
Yeah. I can't believe we played it in public, though. We probably looked like tiny freaks shouting nonsense.
But that's the charm.
Well, we were freaks. But that's why we were awesome.
Exactly.
You never wished we fit in a little more? Not at all?
No, not really. I mean, we had each other. That was enough for me.
So, not too disappointed I turned down our chance to be billionaires?
Nah, all that money would have made me soft. And I've spent way too many years polishing my edgy side.
I like
You were
this
right to
connection
call me
between
out
them.
earlier. I was being a jerk about Eddie.
I'm all for enjoying the wins as they come. But maybe not at the expense of my father figure.
I'll try my best.
That's nice, he's making an effort. I appreciate that.
So I have to warn you. I'm not sure we're getting any answers out of Eddie.
You won't have a choice. We're not 10 years old anymore.
I hope you're right.
He tries to protect me from everything.
Occupational hazard.
He was always so worried about how I was left out at school. So he'd make me throw these huge birthday parties and invite everyone.
And they'd all have to show up because you were the chief's daughter?
Bingo. But then they didn't actually talk to me. So I felt like a stranger in my own house.
I know the feeling.
Bless her. She sneezed a lot. Is she sick? Maybe she's sick. Just wanted to say that every second shot in this game is a potential wallpaper. Just look at it. Wow. I'm so impressed. They're showing off. They're really showing off.
Look at that. Coastal fog's taken over the summit.
It's a perfect day for a spooky hike in the woods. Maybe it'd be a good way to chill out after we grill Eddie.
I can't believe the old cannery's still in business.
Plenty more fish in the sea. For now.
Okay, I think it's time to go.
Hey, look what I found.
What? Ollie and Alyssa.
Aha!
Amazing.
I knew it was still here.
I knew we'd been here before. We claimed it as part of the Ronin kingdom.
And it still is. All it needs is a little update.
What are you doing?
It's now TNA.
What I wanted to do back then, but I didn't have the guts. There, looking better already.
You're right. Way better.
I want to look at it. Show me. Yeah. That's nice. So here we are.
What's the plan?
Talking to Eddie. It's gonna be difficult getting out information
We go
out of him
inside
though.
and calmly ask Eddie why he was there that day.
All right.
Let's try to let him get his side of the story out, okay?
Yeah, let's try this.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I understand, Mr. Barrow. I'll be sure to let him know. Yes, I have it all written down.
Oh,
Have a
now
good day,
I'm
Mr.
playing
Barrow.
as Tyler. Okay.
Morning, Missy.
How'd you get stuck working reception?
Rose called in sick this morning. I'm covering for her while I try to get my paperwork done. What are you doing here?
Just checking in with Uncle Eddie.
I'm guessing from the identical features that this is Tyler?
Tyler, Denise, Denise, Tyler.
Nice to meet.
Wilson, could you tell Officer Vincenzi that I'll be... Oh, good morning, Allison.
Hi, Uncle.
I'm gonna take Dr. Torres' statement. No need for Vincenzi to come back to the station.
He doesn't seem like he's in the best of moods.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but he's been a little off all day. Good luck.
Great. He has an excuse to brush us off.
Hey. He speaks. How's Della treating you so far?
It's been good to see Allison.
She's been talking nonstop about you lately. I know she's happy to have you here. Hey, been meaning to say, Allison showed us that article you wrote for the Juneau Daily last year. You were spot on. The state needs to be giving way more money to youth centers. Fireweed was lucky to have you.
Thanks. I spent a lot of time fighting for more outdoor activities. Made some enemies in the administration over that one. But the first time those kids summited Mount Roberts, man, they were so proud. It felt great.
I know exactly what you mean. I, volunteer sometimes with the JCE. give lectures about police work, lead group talks when I can.
I'm gonna be a bit of clueless here, but what's the JCE? Sorry?
JCE?
You know, Juno Coalition for Equality.
Of course.
Oh. Wait, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, and I don't mean to preach, but the kids in those groups, be it Fireweed or the JCE, they need people who really understand them. People who know where they're coming from and will fight for what they need. Anyways, sorry for the rant.
Oh, that was interesting.
Hello, middle-aged adult.
Everything all right? Your uncle said you two were going to be knee-deep in trash for a few days.
I can keep on
Chief
chatting.
Brown's taking a statement, but you might be able to snag him when he's done.
Out a drawer, 2 more just appear out of thin air.
Ah, yes. You got my sympathies. When we emptied Linda's parents' house, oof, I thought we'd have to rent a backhoe.
How is Linda? I feel like I haven't seen her in months.
Good. Yeah, she started working over at the high school as the librarian. Pay's not great, but she gets to see the kids every day, so...
I bet Brendan's thrilled.
Oh, yeah. Happy as any teenager who's got to spend extra time with his mom.
Well, I'll let you work.
No worries. You're not a bother.
Better get cracking on that arrest then. Later.
Dr. Torres, you said your daughter was with you during the incident?
Tyler Ronan. Good to see you again.
That's me.
You've gotten tall.
That usually happens between ages 11 and 21.
Yeah, well, welcome home.
Thanks.
Different last name?
Yes, her father's.
Thanks. It's been a while.
So, what brings you two around?
No, her father has primary custody because of my hours.
We're here to see Chief Brown.
Oh boy, what do you do now?
Suspects wanted for a felony.
Oh, well, don't forget to read him his Miranda rights. So is there anything I can help you with?
I don't think he's gonna let us into Marianne's file, so let's
Busy day
have
around
a little
Well,
chat.
The fire alarm went off 3 times in the span of an hour this morning.
Wow, it's a lot.
I thought the chief was gonna rip that alarm right off the wall.
Incident report states you called yesterday at 6:13 a.m. because someone vandalized your mailbox. Officer Vincenzi was dispatched to your home at 6:29 a.m., but you couldn't stay to give a statement?
I had to be in surgery at 9.
Elisa?
I was already running behind.
Andiamo a vedere salon.
Of course.
He likes
Says
you
here
better,
you
let's
work
go.
at Cotton.
Morning, Chief Brown.
Good morning, Tyler.
Hey, could we talk to you in private? It's a little urgent.
Can you excuse me for a second, Dr. Torres?
Sorry to interrupt.
What's going on, you two?
We had a few more questions about her mother.
Look, now's not the best time.
Well, maybe we can come back later then?
Excuse me. Come on. Guys, I'm understaffed today. I've got a receptionist out sick, an officer dealing with personal issues. I need to finish taking this woman's statement, and I don't have time to chat right now.
All we need is just a couple of minutes.
For some answers.
Well, I don't know what more you think I'm going to say. I already told you everything. I need to get back to this complaint. Sorry, guys.
Damn. That did not went well.
I hate when he's stubborn like that. So what now?
Of course, Miss Torres. Where were we?
I say we get the truth ourselves.
Well, he's obviously not going to give us the truth. So I say we go get it ourselves. Where do you think they'd stash her file?
I don't know. The archive room? Maybe Eddie's office? Wait, you're not seriously thinking of breaking and entering a police archive?
Go big or go home.
All right.
Oof.
Incident report states.
Yeah, now that she's saying it out loud, it seems a bit crazy. So the objectives are go upstairs. That's all.
Officer Vincenzi was dispatched to your home at 6:29 a.m., but you couldn't stay to give a statement?
Oh boy, fire drills. Everybody's favorite way to slack off.
Hey, is that your desk? Huh? I didn't think so. Move on.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Hey, what are you two up to over there? Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. We're just, I was just telling Tyler where the upstairs bathroom is. Tyler, help me out here.
Oh, yeah. Toilet emergency, lake water, you know, Mother Nature's juice cleanse.
There's a bathroom just past the break room.
Behind you. First door on your right.
Forget it, Tyler. There's no way we're getting upstairs out in the open like this. It's too suspicious. There must be another way up.
You know, Greg's was talking
I'm guessing.
about a fire drill earlier. Are there any kind of fire exits?
Oh my god. Why didn't I think of that? Lobby, now.
Yes.
All right. Incident report states you called yesterday at 6:13 a.m. Someone vandalized your mailbox. Officer Vincenzi was dispatched to your home at 6:29 a.m.
What's that note?
But you couldn't stay to give us
All right.
Hmm.
Let's see. There. Fire exit.
It opens up to a staircase on the side of the building, but it'll definitely be locked from the inside. If one of us were to create a diversion, the other could slip upstairs and open the door. And since you're the troublemaker, I nominate you as the one to make a scene.
Wait, really?
Not a
Oops.
better idea?
Let's go with your plan.
Not really. No.
Right. Let's go.
So I should create a scene, right? Create a distraction.
How about saying someone's climbing the fence?
Really?
I could pretend they're outside, trying to break in.
Alright.
Wait, I wanna check other options.
What about those missing people posters? I could pretend I've seen someone.
Yeah, sure. Might work.
Yeah, let's go for this one.
Officer, I think I saw her. I saw that girl.
Oh, which one?
Stella Reyes. I'm positive I saw her when we stopped to get
You
coffee
can
on the way in
act.
from Juneau.
Nice.
At Tommy's, right off the Marine Highway.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think that was her again. Stella Reyes' body was found about 50 miles south of Anchorage a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, man. Poor girl.
Oops.
Yeah,
That didn't work.
Take that poster down. I'm sorry.
Tyler.
I think I know. Let's go for this one.
Greg's? I think someone's trying to climb over the station fence.
Must be the Harold kid again.
Huh?
Yeah, Jackson Harold's kid.
Oh my god.
Because he doesn't, and I quote, feel like going round the block.
Ah, right.
Tyler.
I'm sorry. What else can we do?
That pile of paperwork?
What about it?
I could tip it over.
Kinda messy, but I mean, sure.
Let's try, I don't know.
Jesus, Tyler, what happened?
Sorry, I wasn't looking where I
Go,
was
Allison,
going.
go.
Leave that there.
I think it worked. Yep, she's upstairs.
Alright. I'm in position.
What now?
Turn right when you exit the station and follow the side of the building. The
Gotcha.
staircase will be right there.
Mission impossible.
You head now?
Yeah, gotta get going.
Where's Allison?
Bathroom. I'm gonna wait for her outside.
All right. See you around.
Later.
Everyone's so suspicious.
Crisp winter air.
Okay, I'm by the door. Come on.
Okay, I don't think it's the greatest time to explore.
Those garbage cans are like the opposite of bear-proof.
I think we're kinda in a rush
It'd be unhealthy for animals to eat our
and
trash.
afraid of being spotted.
We don't have time for a ranger rant. And I've got the Wildlife Channel. Shit. Where are you?
Right here. Open the door. You took control of your destiny. Own it.
Okay, we're in. Almost, I mean, just in the upper floor. But that's a start. Let's keep it quiet. Let's find out what we
The police
got.
chief of Delos Crossing hosts charity events?
Oh, yeah, the community social. He volunteered to help. And since he pretty much knows everyone, and more importantly, who's called the cops on who, he's in charge of the seating chart. If Eddie catches us in here...
There's no turning back now.
Yeah. Heidi will find enclosed your invitation to the annual social. Not interesting.
Let's put the Vecchies next to...
Can you not?
I don't think there's anything interesting in here. Let's continue.
Personnel files, department budgets.
Brown really wants everyone to know what a fine, upstanding citizen he is, doesn't he?
He's a genuinely good person. And saying that here makes me feel even worse.
Looks like this is where Brown keeps all his personal mail. Looks like he's working with the Office of Child Services on the case.
None of our business.
Okay. It's not related to our case, so let's continue.
You applied to a summer drama program back in 2009?
I did, but they rejected me. Michael and I were supposed to go together. He went, but I was stuck here for the summer with no one but Justin Beaver for company.
Why is Brown on a first-name basis with the director of Fireweed? Oh.
What'd you find?
It's an invoice. Eddie Brown, you'll find enclosed the final invoice for resident Tyler Ronan. The Fireweed administration would like to thank you for all of the support you've given us over the years.
I knew Eddie pulled some strings to send you there, but that's a lot of money.
Wow.
More backdoors and secret moves.
Maybe he didn't want to make you uncomfortable.
Well, now I feel like I'm in his debt.
Wow. That's major.
How old is Brown?
38.
Oh, wow. Graduated really young.
Youngest officer to ever join the DCPD.
Impressive.
The Delos Police Force is getting a new officer.
Fine.
This guy has a record, and not a short one. Why is he even in the running?
Armed robbery, flight to avoid persecution.
There's always a choice.
Wow. He might talk. What is that? Ah, it might work.
Seriously? You're gonna try to hack into his computer?
We're here for information. Whoa. Brown looked at our file this morning.
Wait, what? What does that mean?
I don't know. But there's a reference number. R68653.
Regarding your request this morning about the Ronan case, what? It hasn't been digitized yet, so you can find the paper originals in the archives. For other references about the case, transcripts of phone calls have been taken out, but you can find the digitized calls through the appendix. Interesting.
Huh. Tom invited Eddie over for dinner?
Oh, yeah. He's been trying way too hard to get Eddie's endorsement.
Does he? Support Tom?
He preferred staying neutral.
One of his emails mentioned the archives. That's gotta be where our file is.
Yeah.
Aw, look at you. Allison Ronan. Perfect daughter.
Can we stay focused, please?
No, the drawer.
Huh. Hey, you.
Moose. So we were right. The collectible of Eddie is a moose.
The stalwart moose is a kind and loyal animal. He always criticizes the goblins for their tricks, but he actually likes them.
Perfect metaphor.
Though we are destined to burn, we emerge as stardust. Oh, yes.
So our goal now is the archives, right? Where do we find the archives? Over here, I guess?
Please tell me you know what the code is.
To the highly confidential police archive?
Damn it.
How am I supposed to open the door?
I spent hours playing next to this room. I'd see people go inside all the time. The keypad does this little tune. Dum da dee doo.
Seriously?
Go on, try.
Dum da dee doo. Okay.
You're pressing the wrong numbers.
Yeah, I'm just checking out.
How did that tune go again?
Dum da dee doo.
I'm sorry. I don't think I got that.
Dum da dee.
You
Perfect.
never told me you had perfect pitch.
Shut up.
I think the first one is this. No, it's not. That one. Dumb. See? It even writes dumb. How do I reset?
You're pressing the wrong numbers.
Yeah. No, that's the last one. So 6 at the end is 1. What in between? Okay, 6, 0, 4, 1.
I don't think that's the right order.
Yeah. Bam!
Yes. Looks like they're finally going digital.
Oh, that's right. I remember Eddie complaining about this. They're gonna have to resort everything.
Great.
They've digitized their closed files, but only the ones before 1990.
Meaning?
Meaning our file is still somewhere in those boxes.
Perfect. Let's find it.
A room of scattered case files and a half-done sorting system.
Yep. This is gonna be so fun for you. I'm gonna go keep a lookout.
What? Why do I have to be the one stuck with box duty?
Because if anyone sees me, I'll have a better excuse for being there. Reach out if you need anything.
I agree, actually.
R68653. Look it up.
Look
R6,
it up, she says. Okay.
R626. R686, right? If I remember correctly. Oh. That could be it.
Here we go. Looks like a step-by-step record of the investigation.
Okay, I think we're good. That's the one. I think we should read all of it. So, chronological record 2235, notified by my partner officer Christiana Holt of accident at 12 Canary Road, Delos Crossing. White female identified as Marianne Ronan. Okay. Falling over deck into lake. Audio recorded tape and another tape. There's the numbers of those tapes. So we have the number of the tapes. That's good. Brown 2258, Holt, and I arrive at the scene. Briefed by Patrol Officer Chan of incident. Brown located witness, minor's name redacted. Ronan and minor's name redacted. Ronan the OB, children of Marianne Ronan. Couldn't get a statement from them as they are under dire stress and shock. The children were taken under the care of Patrol Officer Chan Brown. Coroner investigation. T. Dickens, I don't know if Tom, I said Tom. T. Dickens arrived at scene, rolled prints of victim, crime lab, tech, tally at scene, completed photographs of scene and recovered an unlicensed Rustler shotgun, bullets recovered from location. Okay.
So far, I'm not seeing anything we didn't know already.
Yeah.
It does reference some other files and audio recordings, though.
You might be able to look those up on the computer.
Great.
Even if our file hasn't been digitized yet, they may already have it in the appendix.
Great. Interview children at station. I'm just reading it fast, and let's see if there's something I should mention. Ronan fled from her. She pursued child to the docks. In that recovered pair of scissors claimed by minor name redacted Ronan. They did not reclaim the scissors. Presented this case to DA B. Cruz. Charge Ronan with homicide. Okay, let's see what record we're looking for now with the computer. 36359 and 36360. Let's look for that.
Alright, I'm in. You can search by keywords. What should I look for?
I don't know. Marianne Ronan? March 1st, 2005?
Oh, got it. Choose files to case field found as a result of your search. And if I put only that? No, okay. Crime report, okay. 24-hour homicide report, victim information plus crime summary. Marianne Ronan personal information and rap sheet. That's all?
Reference is 05R61889.
Crime report. Oh, okay. I'm looking for that file now. So the homicide report, that's what we want, not the personal information, I guess. Maybe both. But 05R61889.
I need to check out 05R61889.
Don't seem to find it so far. 0505.
Nope.
Where is it? Oh, that can be it.
There.
All right. Oops. No, not on.
Summary of everything. Wow, this is a real detective novel.
Wait a minute,
Quite the wordsmith.
He's not a writer, Tyler.
Crime report, homicide. Victim, Marianne Ronan. Caucasian, female, 5'6", 41. License number. Okay. Some dry details. Combined evidence report. Shotgun. Registered owner Samuel A. Kensky? The shotgun. It belonged to Sam. What am I to make of this? Okay, what else? That's interesting. Okay, narrative, crime summary. On March 1st, 2005, at around 10 o'clock, the victim Marianne Ronan, a 41-year-old white female, exited her home and entered her garage to start loading a Rustler 31219mm shotgun. Shortly after, her child, Ronan, 11 years old, entered the garage to display a new haircut given by sister. You know that already. According to witness, minor's name redacted, Ronan's statement, when she saw the child's haircut, Marianne became enraged and threatened Ronan with shotgun. Ronan fled to the garage towards the lake, calling for help. Marianne followed, still armed, out onto the dock on the southern side of the property. Hearing the noise, witness Ronan also came out of the house toward the dock, where she observed Ronan under threat from Marianne, defended themselves by stabbing mother with a pair of scissors. At 10:29, Dallas Crossing Police Department officer Christian Holt, number 55899, received a phone call from minor names redacted Ronan detailing the incident. Patrol officer Chen was dispatched to the scene. Upon arrival, they set up a containment of the scene, began a crime scene log, and started tending to both juveniles. See their statement for further description. Notification of detectives. On March 1st, 2005, Officer Christian Holt notified his partner, Officer Eddie Brown, by telephone of the incident before being dispatched to the scene. Investigation. Holt and Brown arrived at the scene at 10:58 hours. They noted the crime scene was located entirely outdoors. Cannery Road is a secluded road, mostly comprised of a few residential cottages. I'm sorry for my poor English, not my native tongue, so I'm doing my best. Detectives observed a loaded Rustler shotgun on the dock. No rounds has been discharged. They directed for forensic personnel to recover items. Detectives were directed to witness. Okay. Witnesses. Ronan stated that she heard screaming while she was upstairs in her bedroom. She ran down the stairs and looked over the kitchen window and saw her sibling and their mother Marianne on the docks. We saw that scene in the beginning of this episode. Marianne was threatening her child with her gun, tried to run away, but the child tried to run away, but Marianne threatened that she was going to shoot. According to both witnesses, she stated, "I'm going to kill you." The child that stabbed Marianne with a pair of scissors trying to escape. Marianne Ronan then fell into the water unconscious. Evidence. Item number 1. Wrestler 31219 9mm referred to forensic report for further details. Okay. The testimony of and the details of what happened that night, I think we all knew that. It's there's not really new details. The only one new detail that I get from it, I guess, I'm thinking, is the fact that the gun was belonged to Sam. The shotgun was belonged to Sam. So what now? What can we make of this? There was another file that I saw there, right? Oh, we have new tags. Okay, great. Wait a minute, what is this? Closed files up to have been done. Oh, nothing interesting. Okay. Let's try some new tags. Recording Ronan children. Okay.
Delos Crossing Police Department.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, I can hear you.
It's my mom. She fell in the water and she's not coming up.
Okay, where are you now?
Home. We're home.
Are you alone? Where's your dad?
It's just me and my sister.
All right, honey, can you give me your address?
12 Cannery Road. Please, hurry.
Just stay right where you are, okay? We're sending someone out to help you.
Don't hang up.
That's it? I think that's it.
Here.
Okay, Eddie and Ronan. That one I heard. What's this? Fax information receipt Ox. Storage 0501com EBR. Okay, I'll check for this one as well.
Reference is 0501 COM EBR.
But before that, is there anything else I can get? I heard this one. I think I saw this one as well.
Already seen this one.
Okay, I think I saw everything I can. Yeah. Okay, let's find that file.
Got something.
Here. Been there.
Bingo.
Okay, let's do it.
I need to check out 0501 COM EBR.
05. There it is. There it is.
Okay, here it is.
That's what I said.
What the hell? Brown reported Marianne to Child Services.
What do you mean?
I'm looking at a fax receipt with Brown's name on it. Sent to the Office of Child Services with the subject, Ronan family.
What? There has to be more to this. Just keep looking.
Wait, what? Recipient Office of Child Services. I'm not sure. What does that mean? Display name Edward Brown. Sent by Edward Brown to Child Services. What does that mean? I need to find more details about that.
Shit.
What?
Eddie's coming up the stairs. What do I do? What do I do?
It's too risky, I'm coming out.
I'm coming out.
No, you're not. He'll see you.
Good point. Get him into his office.
Tell him you need to talk in his office.
Yes. Do that. Child service.
Got something.
Yes.
This is Officer Eddie Brown.
Hello, Officer Brown. This is Simone Prue from the Office of Child Services.
Hello, Mrs. Prue.
I'm calling about the Ronan family. I just wanted to let you know that we will be moving forward with the case.
I see.
Is there anyone additional we should interview while we're in the area?
Yeah, Samuel Kansky is a close friend of the family.
Uh-huh. K-A-N-S...
K-Y.
Great. Your caseworker, Sandy Black, will be arriving on March 5th. She'll drop by the station first thing in the morning.
Mrs. Prue, how worried should we be?
I really can't say until I have a full picture of the situation.
Of course. Well, have a good afternoon, Mrs. Prue.
You too, sir.
I just listened to Brown chatting with OCS. He really did it. He reported her.
What if he was just a go-between? He might not have had a choice. We need to keep digging.
Okay, storage 1811. Let's try to look at that. 1811. Shit, I can find it. Maybe there's more here that I can find. Hospital discharge papers.
Reference is 05R68 MISC.
05 R68. There it is.
Here we go. Huh. Why is that here?
What's that? Patient last name Ronan. Juno, medical record number. Concussion. Description of symptoms. Pressure in the head, headache, loss of loss of consciousness, nausea, dazed, hospital released, patient name, Tessa Vecchi, Herberry release, same menu, clinic level, I don't think it helps us anyways. Wait a minute. Okay, Tessa is the guardian. Release Semiducling from liability following the patient. So Tessa took care of them for a period of time? Or something? I'm confused. And did Eddie actually report to Child Services that Marianne has issues taking care of the kids? That's what is going on? Let's try everything with Tessa.
Here. Bingo.
Tessa Vecchi theft report plus child neglect report. 2005 to 01546.
I need to check out 2005 201 546.
That's it.
Not this one either.
Oh.
Where's the damn box?
Well,
There. Wait, what the hell? Tessa accused her of child neglect.
Dallas Crossing Police Department Summary Incident Report. Incident time. Theft. Location of occurrence. Cullen Boulevard, Dallas Crossing, approved by Eddie Brown. Location type store. Theft type shoplifting. Associated persons. Person reporting. Tessa. So Tessa reported on theft, shoplifting, but it doesn't say that of Marianne or something. It doesn't say who she accuses. Ah, okay, there's more pages. Come on, Raphael. Street name, person reported. Oh yeah, Marianne. Okay, so yeah, she did report on Marianne as a shoplifter. Wow. Narrative. Marianne Ronan entered Venveri Vecchi, owned by Thomas and Tessa Vecchi. Mrs. Vecchi stated that she observed Ronan browse the aisles for approximately 10 minutes while chatting distractedly with her. Mrs. Vecchi stated that she was behind the cash register and did not have a direct eye contact on Ronan at all times. Becky stated that after those 10 minutes, Ronan asked if she had any organic mosquito in. Okay. I'm reading it fast a little bit. Let's point out the interesting points. Ronan left without purchasing anything. After 5 minutes, she walked back through the aisle and saw a missing box of detergent. Even though she stated she recently restocked those shelves. No one else had been in the store that morning. Okay. So yeah, so that would point that Marianne stole those. She suspected Ronan of shoplifting before in the past. Notably while in the company and possibly with the aid of Ronan's 2 children. What? The kids helped her to steal? If so, they'll have to remember it. Becky stated that she also had reason to suspect Ronan to be guilty of child neglect. They don't eat and care and are exposed to all kinds of inappropriate influences. It's possible some form of abuse may be occurring in the home. So not only Tessa reported on Marianne for shoplifting, She also said that Marianne used the help of her children, and also she says that she neglects them and they suffer from inappropriate influence. Okay. Okay, we find some more pieces of the puzzle. So, both Tessa and Eddie was under the impression that Marianne neglects their children. Tessa testified it, and Eddie reported to child services. Okay. Incident. Incident Pond. J. Miller, verbal physical threat. I'm just trying to combine everything I can to see if there's something else I'm missing. Okay, I think that's it.
Reference is 2014-201-496.
2014. No.
That's not it. Nope.
You finding anything?
1 minute.
Just give me a minute. Not this one either.
I don't remember. I only remember 2014.
No, that's not it.
Well?
Okay, here it is. Not helpful at all.
What's this? Dallas Crossing Police Summary. Almeda Park. Approved by Eddie Brown. Person reported Samuel Kensky. Sam reported about something. Narrative. On patrol at approximately 1:30 hours, I observed a light blue with lit sights perform a rolling stop through a stop sign. I gave pursuit and ordered the assailant to pull over. The driver jumped out and began running towards the Lenny bait shop. I exited my vehicle and gave pursuit on foot, whereby I was able to Mr. Samuel Kensky. Mr. Kensky was observed to have bloodshot eyes and a ruddy complexion. I also detected the odor of an alcoholic beverage. Mr. Kensky declined to cooperate with a breath test. Old Sam don't put his lips on nothing that doesn't have beer at the bottom. Okay, that's not report by it's not a testimony by Sam Kensky. It's a report by one of the police officers regarding Sam. Yeah, Sam was reported by a police officer. And yeah, it's not helpful.
I need to get moving.
Shit. I'm sorry, Tyler. I couldn't stop him. He's coming your way.
That's bad.
Get out.
Uncle, we didn't mean to.
I'm not gonna repeat myself.
You're a goddamn hypocrite.
I said move it.
Hey! Get off me!
Rather spend the night here? Come on!
I said don't fucking touch me!
Go on. And consider yourselves lucky you're family.
You're right. Family. And for Allison's sake, we should talk.
About what?
We saw our file. We know about social services. Why? Why did you turn your back on her? Why did Tessa?
Okay. Yeah, you're right. We need to talk.
Thank you. Finally, jeez. Time for some answers.
The winter before your mother's death was hard. Delos Crossing was snowed in for months. Most roads were closed and plane supplies were scarce. Everyone was struggling.
Especially Marianne.
Yeah. She was always just scraping by. And that winter left nothing to scrape up. Even if locals had found time to help her. I don't know, I'm not sure your mother would have accepted.
So, she was struggling through the snowstorm of the century, and you reported her to social services?
Tessa came to me and reported potential child neglect. As a sworn officer, I am required by federal law to report the allegation to OCS.
So you took her word for it and called child services.
Failure to provide adequate food, lack of appropriate supervision, inattention to a child's psychological care. Like it or not, she had a case.
What? That's bullshit.
Just following the law then. Right.
Is that why you came over that day, before she died? You felt shitty, didn't you? That's why you broke procedure?
I had to warn her that it was happening and that it wasn't looking good. An assessment worker had been assigned and started doing background checks. What else was I supposed to do?
I thought always telling each other the truth was our #1 rule.
Still is, little moose.
And yet you still lied.
I didn't want you two putting yourselves through unnecessary hurt. But you're adults and that was your choice to make. I'm truly sorry.
Thank you, Uncle.
Just like that, huh? Must be nice to have a daughter who lets you off the hook that easy. Eddie, you keep trying to point your finger at Tessa, but you have to take responsibility for your part in our mother's death.
I've asked myself over and over for the past 10 years what I could have done different. I know I made a big mistake with you two here. And you've got every right to be angry. Being a father, well, it's a pretty tough job. I've tried my best. And I'd like to try my best with you too, Tyler, if you want it.
He's
I'm open to
trying,
getting it.
so I'm open for it.
But it's gonna take some time before we're a big, happy family.
I respect that. It's hard work rebuilding trust. But you've got a place here whenever you need it. Group hug?
No.
Too soon, dude.
Yeah, absolutely not.
So, to sum up, there was a lot of revealing right now, but the picture is not completely clear, but we found out a lot. So basically, there was tough times on those days near the death of Marianne, and definitely she was struggling. The roads were closed, and a lot of people had trouble getting supplies and everything. So Tessa made a huge mistake of jumping into conclusion, and she immediately reported to the police, to Eddie, that Marianne is neglecting her children. And from there, it escalated. So Tessa made a huge mistake, and then Eddie took her word for it. Eddie took her report. He could have been sort of a buffer to check things out before reporting it, but I guess he was trying to do his duty and his right thing. So technically, in hard times, in times of struggle, Marianne was judged most of all by Tessa, but also a little bit by Eddie. So Eddie made another mistake by contacting child services right away instead of trying to aid Marianne in protecting her children. And I definitely think he could have helped her instead of that. However, the puzzle is not complete yet, because during that day he informs Marianne that probably her kids are about to be taken from her. So we know that, but we don't know how it escalated to the events of her death. What made her snap? There was something else that made her kinda lose it. I guess that the fact that she thought her kids are about to be taken from her did not help, but I think there's more to that. So we do know what burden she was carrying, Marianne. She thought her kids about to be taken, and Tessa was really one of the major players in making those actions come to life, unfortunately. And Eddie could have been a better buffer between Tessa's testimony to the final execution of the procedure and calling child services. I get that he was trying to make the right thing, but he was in the wrong there, I think. So yeah, okay, we are learning a lot about Marianne and what she's been through and what the kids been through. I think we're getting close, but we did not reveal the entire story yet, so let's continue.
Well, that went better than I was afraid it would.
Objective, leave the police station. On it.
What happened up there?
Long story.
Hey, you know the drill. Chin up.
Yeah. Chin up, stand tall.
Atta girl. I could use a beer.
It's noon.
You're chatting?
Which means that by the time I drink one, it'll be afternoon. I can't be expected to enjoy my pulled pork sandwich without a cold one. Are we still on for lunch tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. I'll text you.
You two on your way out?
Yeah, we've got stuff to
Definitely.
do. You ready, Allison?
Yep. Let's roll on.
Well, don't be a stranger, Tyler.
Sure.
You kids be
See you
careful
around.
out there, yeah?
See you later.
See you all. I wonder if we want to confront Tessa now.
Allison,
What?
you feel like shit.
How can you tell?
Because I feel like shit. What are we gonna do about Tessa?
Nothing. Look, we're not gonna do anything. That's enough, Tyler. Talk to Tessa? Why? What are you looking for? What are you expecting her to say?
I thought she loved us.
Really?
Chief Brown, is it true? Is she... Oh my God. Children,
Tessa. Tessa, you need to leave. Come on, kids.
Everything is going to be all right, okay? You're going to be okay, I promise.
Go home. You can't be here right now.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense that Tessa did not mean to hurt those people
Where
when
is
she
everybody?
went to the
Tessa's
police,
gotta
but
be
she was
around
definitely in the
somewhere.
wrong.
I think I'm hearing something.
Well, at least we know the entire world didn't vanish. But given who is here, we can't count out the rapture quite yet. I need to take a breather. I'm gonna do a bit of shopping. You look for Tessa, okay?
Deal.
On it.
Stopped to take a leak. Just as I was finishing up, what do I see? A big old bull moose staring me down. So, what do? I grab my odd six from the truck.
Before I go to Tessa, maybe I can talk to them?
Wait, you said you were near Crystal. Season's closed up that way.
Hey guys, I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all.
Oh, hey! Tyler, from the boat, right?
Huh.
That's me.
We keep bumping into each other, don't we? What were you guys talking about?
I don't think you'd be interested.
Are you so sure?
You two just can't stay away, huh?
Unfortunately. We're looking for Tessa again.
Well, she took off about half an hour ago.
Oh.
Sorry.
Do you know if she'll be back soon?
I don't know if she's even coming back. No one tells me anything.
And what about Tom?
How about Tom? He busy?
He's been in the office all morning, so who knows? But it's Tom, so it's probably safe to interrupt him.
Let's try Tom then. Why can't I talk to you? Okay.
Doing some shopping?
Just looking for the woman who runs the place.
The shopkeeper's wife? Can't say I've seen her around.
Yeah.
So, I heard you were shooting moose outside your permit area.
Not really any of your business now, is it?
Come on. I'm not gonna report you, but it's a shitty thing to do.
I think it's time to finish up your shopping and move on, brother.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Start the whole thing down.
I thought you were working at the diner today.
No, I switched shifts because I wanted to get some sleep. But it turns out I was also scheduled to work at this store.
Michael, how do you always end up double booked?
Hey Tom.
What do you mean? We've got enough signatures. It should have at least been enough to stall construction while we figure out our next move. Well, why don't we schedule a meeting with the Alaska Wildlife Foundation? Try to get their support. Look, Harold, I have to go. We can pick this up at the meeting. I should be on my way over soon.
Allison is really beautiful.
Tyler?
Just got
Can I help
that
you?
she's hot. So Tom, maybe
Hey,
you can give
I hope
us
this isn't a bad time.
some
but
answers.
Is Tessa around today?
Where is she?
She had to step out for a family matter. This wouldn't be something I could help with, would it?
Yeah, maybe, actually. We were over at the police station and we took a look at Marianne's case file.
Okay.
Why did Tessa come to the police station that night?
She was looking for you two. To make sure you were okay. When she heard what happened, she was a mess.
How exactly did she hear about it so fast?
Can't remember who called, but you know how it is. No news travels faster than a secret. Everyone knew 5 minutes after Brown was on his way out.
Tessa reported Marianne to social services. Did you know?
Vaguely. But I didn't get involved. I didn't think I really had anything to add.
You never thought to mention it?
Well, now, I'm not sure how a thing like that would have come up. And I didn't want to rub salt in any wounds.
Huh. How about when we were in the store yesterday asking about it point blank?
That was between you and Tessa. I try to stay out of other people's affairs.
Tessa reported Marianne to social services. Did you know?
Vaguely.
It's the same
But I
dialogue.
didn't get involved. I didn't think I really had anything to add.
You never thought to mention it?
Well, now,
Oops.
I'm
the same
not
dialogue.
sure how a thing like that would have come up. And I didn't want to rub salt in any wounds.
Huh. How about when we were in the store yesterday asking about it point blank?
That was between you and Tessa. I try to stay out of other people's
Are you
affairs.
playing dumb with us? Okay, thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Look, I'm sorry if you felt resistance from people around here.
To put it mildly.
Allison, you know this better than anybody. But your mother's death left a scar on this community. Now, I won't claim we went through anything close to what you did, but it was a cruel reminder of the limits of trust.
Well, if we want to get past the limits of trust, we all need to face what happened. Which
Exactly.
means being
I
completely
believe
honest
that.
about it.
We all want to find peace, kids. It's just harder for some people to talk about the past.
I appreciate
Now,
that.
You let me know if you have any
But
other
we have to.
questions, okay?
Hey,
Yes?
you said I should remind you not to be late for your meeting, so don't be late.
Yep. I'll be on my way in a minute. So, kids, was there anything else you two wanted to talk to me about?
Did you ever hear any rumors about our mother? Like, who our father might have been?
I'm
Oh,
not
they don't know their
exactly
father?
a rumor monger.
Okay.
Your mother was close to a few men, but whether they were your father, I couldn't say.
They don't even know who is the real father. I did not know that. Interesting.
But look, oh, gosh. I'm sorry. I really have to go. Michael, finish up the storage room and then just close up.
Yeah, sure thing, boss man.
See you later.
You two want to help a brother out, spend the afternoon here working for free?
Why not?
Guess.
We came here to talk to Tessa, and she's not here.
She's at the cemetery,
Ooh.
visiting her parents.
Oh,
Oh,
I think we should wait
Hey,
until
tell
she
you what.
finish.
Why don't you guys help me close the store, and then we can drive over together? I've been meaning to pay my uncle a visit.
can't we just wait for her to come back here?
Yeah.
I'm not really excited about going there.
Allison, we don't have to visit her grave.
I'm gonna start working in the storage room.
But
Tyler's
should
on
we
the way
interrupt her while
Sure
she's
thing. Just give me a sec.
seeing her dead relatives? I don't know. I think the best way is to wait for her.
Where'd that question about our father come from?
I've just been thinking about who he might be. And if he knows anything that could help us figure this shit out.
Why? He wasn't a part of our lives. Besides, Marianne always said we never had a father.
While her name might have been Mary, but I don't think she was a likely candidate for Immaculate Conception. Hey, so you look less than thrilled with the plan.
Yeah, like I said, I am not stoked to be going to the cemetery.
I know, but I'll be there too. And Michael.
I'm not sure I want to drag him into this.
Hey, he offered. He wants to be there for you.
For me, huh? Well, we need to get the store closed, so go give him a hand.
You sure you're gonna be okay?
Yes, so stop hovering.
Okay. Help Michael close up the store. Where is he? Guess not outside.
Alright, I already counted there, but I just need you to double check a few things. It's not complicated.
I've got this in the bag.
Oh yeah? Because you're just that good, huh?
Yes, I am.
I'm clowning. I don't even know where to begin. What do I do?
Yeah, let's start with an easy one, alright? Go to the back of the room and tell me how many cans of Molto Bene brand tomato sauce we have left.
Aye aye.
Tomato sauce, he said. Think that's it, right? No. Maybe over here? Oh, there it is, yes.
Hold on. Let me count this.
We have 6 on top and 8 on bottom. So that would be 14.
There's 14 cans of Molto Bene tomato sauce.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Man, I'm so good at this.
That is easy. I need you to count the bottles of bleach for me.
On it.
Bottles of bleach. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. The 3 are over there also? No.
6?
Alright. Not bad, Tyler. Not bad.
It's not that complicated, you know.
They might give me your job.
Oh, you can have it.
What's next?
Come here and help me with this.
What's up?
I need your opinion on this masterpiece.
Is that supposed to be me?
Yeah, come on. Look at the hair. Nailed it, right?
Beautiful. Room for improvement. The proportions are way off. There's a room for improvement. I mean, what's up with the eyebrows?
There might be a little room for improvement.
Ouch.
Hey, I just said a little. That means it's mostly good.
Yeah.
Man.
It's nice.
I pour my heart out into this, and this is what I get?
Sorry.
Cold, Tyler. Ice cold.
So, this is what you're up to while I was out there doing your work?
What can I say? I'm a multitasker.
Hey, multitasker? I think you made a mistake here. Total amount should be 36.
Oh, how dare you, sir?
What? I just don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I'm off my game today.
Oh, yeah, cool. Come on.
Alright. Anything else you wanted me to check?
Yep, one last thing, and then we should be free from this purgatory.
Hit me.
Can you count how many plushies we have in that box over there?
Plushies? Okay.
Okay.
So I said in a box. Oh, I can sit down?
Tired already?
No. Sorry. Is that it? I think so.
So...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like. Oh, there's more below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 11.
You've got about 11 left in that box. Did I get it wrong? Michael?
Ow.
What the heck?
Sorry. It was just too tempting.
Okay, okay, so we're doing this. Let's go. You mess
Lesson
with
number
me, let's
one
go.
of the ancient art of inventory. Never let your guard down.
You have no idea what you just started.
Yeah.
First one with 3 confirmed hits wins. Cool.
Oh, damn it.
How do I shoot? With which
Oh,
button?
come on. Is that all you got, Ronan?
Just you wait.
How
I've
do I
got a
throw?
strategy.
Oh, yeah? We'll see.
How do I shoot? Oh, there.
Gotcha. So, is this a typical workday for you?
Nah, I usually don't have such good-looking company back here.
I'm gonna tell Allison you said that.
She's usually stuck in the office. Besides, your sister, while a hottie, isn't my type.
Allison is a hottie, isn't she? I have a crush.
Gotcha. One more hit and you're out. Prepare to feel my wrath.
God, you're corny.
Hey, is it cool that we're throwing these toys around? Aren't you guys gonna, like, sell them?
Nah, supplier made a typo on Becky. Can't sell any of them.
Cool. No harm, no foul then.
Come on. Come out.
Oh, damn it. Oh, man, you're good.
I told you not to doubt the golden arm.
Well, I'll never make that mistake again.
Good.
Okay. I'll need to finish this inventory thing real quick. Your sister's probably done already. Here, let's hit the bitch's grotto.
The what?
Fancy name for the couch where Allison and I sit during breaks.
Ah, alright, cool. Let me see what you've done with the place.
Sit down and chat with Michael.
Oh, hey, see that container? That's for you.
Huh?
Really?
It's the trout I caught yesterday at the buzzard hole. Grilled it up with my world-renowned marinade.
Impressive.
That's actually super thoughtful. Thank you.
You sound surprised.
No, sorry. I'm just not used to people randomly doing nice things for me.
We'll have to fix that.
There's some kind of flirt between Tyler and Michael? Or is this just me?
Mangy muskrat?
Collectible. Wait a minute. Now I can look at it.
The mangy muskrat is a lazy, cowardly creature who spends most of his time lying around in the sun, cleaning his...
Is that a picture of a priest with little hearts?
Yeah, that's the hot priest who hosts Bible study with Tessa. And for the record, that was Allison's doing. She had a crush on him for ages. But he is very, very hot.
Shit, yeah. I remember him from when we were kids. That's Father Batista.
Yeah, he's got that silver fox thing going on now, see?
Yeah, yep, I see it.
So, what now? Just sitting?
Is this Chief Brown?
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you guys related, or...?
Nah, but same clan.
So what's your take on him?
He's a pretty alright guy, all things considered.
All things considered?
Like, with him being a cop and all, I mean, it's good to see someone from the clan getting shit done. And he really cares about the community. We need someone like him on top. And I'm done.
You're done?
I gotta tell you, it's so weird to finally meet the other Ronin.
You mean the OG Ronin? I was born first, you know.
Is that so? Thought Allison said she was.
Well, our mother never actually told us, but
Oh,
it was
okay.
so.
So
why
no
is
way
it
to
so
prove it.
weird to meet me?
Because I just heard Allison tell your story so many times. She told me everything about you. Fireweed, your transition. I hope that's okay, by the way.
Yeah, it's fine. She asked me first.
Yeah, figures. That lady is thorough and she loves you like crazy.
I know. So, yeah, you were probably the first person to know about it other than Allison.
I'm glad you trusted me. And it's great to finally get to know you in the flesh. You're pretty alright.
Well, there's definitely a flirt between them.
But you're not too bad yourself.
I try not to be. Especially around guys I'm trying to impress. So I wasn't blowing smoke
Should I
when
leave?
I said you should move to Juneau with us.
No.
I've got a community there.
I feel like they want to be
Could be
alone.
yours too.
Don't want to interrupt.
Fitting in. There's a concept.
You have no idea how life-saving a chosen family can be. You pulled me out of the dark more times than I can count.
I hear you. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Of course. Shoot.
Why do you care so much if I move to Juneau?
Look, like I said, I want to get to know you.
He's hitting on you,
Because I'm
dude.
just that fascinating, huh?
Honestly, yeah. I think you might be one of a kind, Tyler Ronin.
Okay, I'll give them my blessing. I personally have a crush on Allison, but Tyler is related to her, so he'll be better off with Michael. So there you go, my blessing.
Well, golly gee, Michael. I think you're swell too.
It
You're in
hurt
cat's
the
pajamas.
bond between those, between
I've got way
Tyler and
better
Allison.
compliments than that. But I can't open with my best, right?
It's cool.
If that's something you'd be interested in.
I might be. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I've been standing at that counter for an hour waiting for you two dum-dums to come back. Are you guys ready to go?
Mm-hmm. I think we've done about as much damage as we can back here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that if Tyler getting close to Michael, it will hurt the relationship with his sister. That's too bad. A little bit upset about that.
Here we are.
Thanks for letting me hitch a ride over.
No problem. You sure we can't drive you back?
Nah, you're like stretching my legs. It isn't far. And anyway, can't put the wind in a bottle.
All right.
Tessa should be at her parents' grave, not far from the entrance. Look for a
Cool.
big crooked tree. You can't miss it. I'm gonna go check in with my uncle. Good luck. For real.
Thanks, Michael. This is heavy on Edison. You could tell. Okay, let's find
You
Tessa.
look pretty spooked.
I've never been a big fan of cemeteries, especially after.
I understand.
I promise after this.
Wow,
we
those
can go
views in
out.
this
Cool?
game, what the heck?
The pearl of a runlet that never ceases. With a hollow, boiling voice it speaks, and has spoken since hills were turfless peaks.
You coming?
So, did you ever come back?
Shh, keep it down.
Better?
Much.
Why do people always feel like they have to whisper in cemeteries?
I don't know. probably just a mirror neuron thing.
Oh, what?
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
There's a memory.
Anyway,
Where is
have
it?
you been back here at all?
There it is.
Since the funeral?
No, I've never had a reason to. Thankfully.
Mom, why do we always come here?
Does it bother you?
No. It's just weird because we don't know any of these people. I mean, except Eddie's mom.
It never hurts to say hello.
Because they're very lonely.
That's right, sweetie. And sometimes, even if you can't see them, they stay with you. In here. Always here.
Mom?
Always.
She loved us. A lot, but sometimes it was like loving us hurt her.
Do you think she was just really scared of losing us?
That's a good point. It's interesting. That day, everything that happened, that Tessa all of a
Parents
sudden
are scared of losing their kids.
reported to the police, and then Eddie comes and tells her that she about to lose her children, who she really loved, apparently. So it kind of broke her. She had a breakdown or something prior to the events of her death. So maybe it all linked together.
Here's the crooked tree, but no Tessa.
Let's check around for her parents' grave, just to make sure this is the right spot.
You think it's possible Michael remembered it wrong?
Well,
De Leon.
That's the one.
Don't tell me we missed her.
Seems like it. Wow.
Hello, Mr.
Beautiful eagle.
Kids, it's time.
Okay, so we definitely missed Tessa. That's upsetting. I don't think I need to look on all those graves. Oh, there's a memory.
Do you really have to go, Eddie?
You can hold my hand if you want.
I can walk fine on my own.
It'll be quick, okay? Then we'll get something to eat.
The day of the funeral. I barely remember it.
That's probably for
There's
the
someone
best.
over there.
I don't think either of us are exactly eager to relive what went on behind that gate.
Wait, is this the one we called the Big Crookedy?
The exact one.
Why didn't we call it Gnarls Branching? Total missed opportunity.
Because we weren't hip to basketball back then? Or CeeLo Green?
Damn. I remember it going all the way up to the clouds.
Everything.
When did Michael's uncle die?
Last year.
Who's that?
It was really hard on him. He's still feeling it.
Oh, that's Michael. I thought he left.
Long time no see. Do you want some company?
Come on over. Make yourselves comfortable. So, how are you, holding up?
Is this a bad time?
With you? Never.
Don't mind me. I'm not really here.
Hey, I get to see your ugly mug almost every day. You're old news, lady.
You wound
Ouch.
me. Deeply.
So, can I help you guys out somehow?
So what was your uncle like?
Oh boy. Where do I start? You know that one grumpy grandpa in all the sitcoms? The one that types like a T-Rex and never leaves his recliner?
What?
Just how does one type like a T-Rex?
You know, almost kissing the keyboard. Like, makes you look like you got tiny baby arms. Like a T-Rex.
Never change, Michael.
Anyway, as grumpy as he was, they didn't make him any sweeter than him. He's the kind of guy who accepted you for where you were at, even when he didn't approve.
Not many of those out there. You and your uncle were really close, huh?
Definitely. I could push his buttons without even trying. My family's old school Tlingit. Spent more time with my uncle than my dad. He was the first person to test out all my new recipes. Even before Allison.
Guess I should thank Uncle William for saving me from a muffin top.
If you need a new taste tester, sign me up.
As if you had a choice. I plan to hit you both up for feedback my whole way through school.
I'm in. As long as there's nothing as adventurous as that Tlingit-style salmon with pepper and saffron.
No, I'm promising that. Fortune favors the bold, goes double for food.
So we might be having some trouble finding a particular grave?
You serious? Walk straight to the big tree, then look to your right. I swear, bats have better eyesight than you two.
Says the guy wearing glasses.
Yeah, but these are magnifying glasses. And they do infrared, so I see everything.
Oh, okay. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
You bet. So, how are you, holding up?
Find the grave of Tessa's parents.
Such a mess. I thought we'd almost be done packing by now. I'm so ready to put this place behind us. At least Mr. Hollywood Handsome over there is good company.
This is the way? Think so.
Do you remember where she is?
No. I mean, for what it's worth, I remember staring at the water during the funeral.
Allison, please.
I'm not going.
Allison.
We're dealing with some heavy stuff here, guys.
Yeah. Any hope that this would be easier than last time? Totally gone.
At least this time no one's sending me away.
I'm holding you to that. Afterwards, you and I had a moment over there by the totem, right? I wonder if we could see that.
Doesn't hurt to check.
Yeah, that's where I went when I ran off.
Another memory. Oh, here it is.
I won't let them take you away. I'm gonna tell them the truth. You swore, Allison. I'm gonna be okay. Please, don't worry about me.
I know I'm supposed to get over this Brown thing, but I really wish you'd been able to come visit that much.
Yeah, me too, but look, I didn't make any promises that day. You did. Watch.
They all think you killed her. It's not fair. I'll be okay. You have to take care of yourself now.
See?
It's possible, but I don't think so.
Well, I know so. Thinking about it got me through the rest of the day.
So I have to choose between memories again. Choose Addison memory. Tyler
soon,
promised
alright?
return.
Promise. I'll be back soon, alright? But I'm gonna come see you every week, and we'll talk with our voice every day. But I'm gonna come see
I'm
you.
going with Addison on this one because she said it helped me get through the entire day. So such a intense feeling, it will be more difficult to forget. So I'm going with Addison.
I'll be back soon, alright? Promise. Chief Brown's gonna take care of you. We'll be okay. You'll see.
Kids. About to start.
I'm sorry it took me so long to come back. I got so caught up in everything that...
You really don't have to explain. I understand what you were going through now.
Are you ever gonna let me finish my sentences?
Maybe someday, but not today.
So where is the grave?
You think Snowball still lives in there?
Snowy
Snowballs.
owls only tend to live about 10 years.
Oh, rest in peace, Snowball.
Always snowballs.
This spot's familiar.
Here it is. Is that Tessa? Oh no, it's Marianne. Crying over Carol Brown? Maybe their father?
I forgot how hard Marianne took it when Eddie's mom died.
Oh.
We're only 4.
Carol.
Yeah.
Sorry, of course it's not there.
She was always saying how she never would have found a place in Delos Crossing without Carol.
You think her death kicked off Marianne's, you know?
It definitely didn't help, but no. It was years later.
Did I hear a frog? Or something? Allison, you coming?
This is it. Right?
Which one is her grave?
God, I think I need a second.
I'm gonna have a look around, okay? I'll be right back. No dice. I'm gonna have a look around, okay? I'll be right back.
Okay, let's find the grave.
Not hers. Why can't I remember? Why can't I remember?
There it is. Marianne Ronan. 64 to 2005. Oh, Allison is beautiful.
Is that her?
What the hell was going on with you? What broke?
Why didn't you say anything? We were your goblins. You didn't have to do it all alone.
Tessa?
She's here? What the hell?
Kids, I wasn't expecting to see. What are you doing here?
Take a guess.
What are you doing here?
Feeling a little guilty, maybe?
Ooh, she's going straight forward. We need to talk. I don't think Tessa is a bad person, but I think she fucked up.
When we pass on, our graves are all anyone has to remember us by. Letting hers just fall apart would be cruel. I'm not a cruel person.
Cruel enough to call social services on our mother.
I wanted to protect you. Marianne was getting worse all the time. I was afraid that if things kept going the way they were, then one day...
We were going to end up dead?
Look, I'm sorry I didn't tell you the whole story back in the store, but I didn't want you to...
Enough with the excuses. What the hell happened to her? Why'd you turn your back on us?
Your mom was always just barely getting by, and over the years she burned a lot of goodwill. It got so bad, no one was willing to hire her. And the stress of that, well, it took its toll. I tried to help, but she pushed me away. She pushed us all away. In the end, she isolated herself from everyone. She was alone and out of options.
She had us, until you threatened to have us taken away.
I couldn't let her drag you down with her. She had you stealing for God's sake. Your mother never wanted to be a part of this community. She always thought she was better than the rest of us. A spoiled little girl playing fairy princess in the woods.
So what, you
If she
were
just settled down with someone
going
instead
for
of running
vengeance?
around
What the
with
hell?
married men, well, just ask Sam Kansky how much better that would have been for everyone.
Wait, what?
Oh, God.
What happened between them?
I wasn't thinking. Please, just forget I said anything.
Tessa, stop it.
Tessa.
Just stop talking.
All I know is whatever went on, Laura left Sam over it. But I shouldn't have said anything about that. I promised I wouldn't. I'm sorry, kids.
You did what you had to do. It's not 100% accurate. She could be more thoughtful and think it over and see every option before deciding to call on social services. And, you know, throwing at her face, you destroyed our family, I think it's extreme. I think that she's not the only one who's responsible for everything. She definitely had her share. So I think you could have done better. It's the middle zone. It's the accurate middle zone between those two options.
I get that Marianne wouldn't let you help her. But there had to be a better way to deal with it.
Exactly.
Especially if she was having some kind of crisis.
Yes, you're right.
Thank you.
There were other things I could have done. Better things. I know I've made mistakes. All I can do now is say that I'm sorry. If I could give you back your mother, I would. I don't deserve your forgiveness, especially yours, Tyler. But if there's a place for me in your lives, I'd like to be there.
I have to know something first. Are you good with who I am?
I've been thinking about that since you came home.
Yeah, there's
I
that
believe
thing that you
my life is better for
recommended to
having
send him
lived
to
it
church
by
for
God's word.
conversion. So what the heck is with that?
But I also believe we don't always understand what he's saying to us. I prayed for guidance, and seeing you standing here in front of me, such a strong and thoughtful young man, I think I have his answer.
That means a lot to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tessa, I know the last couple of days have been heated. I'm up for a fresh start if you are, but it's not really up to me. Tyler?
I'm up for a fresh start. I mean, it will be easier for them to move on. I did not forget anything, and I did not 100% forgave her, but step by step, it's possible.
I'm done losing people. And if we can't let people grow, then what the hell kind of chance do we have?
Thank you. Both of you.
It's difficult for me, but
I never
I'm
knew your mother's whole
willing
story,
to try.
But it was obviously very painful. She always said you two were the only good luck she'd ever had. I'm going to try harder to forgive her. I hope you can as well. If you two are in town tomorrow, come by the cafe. Lunch is on me.
There gonna be coconut cake on the menu?
You know, I think there just might be. I'll see you two tomorrow then.
We'll be there. Come on.
That was something, huh?
Yeah, it was.
I had pretty much given up on her. But I guess sometimes people change.
I know. I feel like a total ass right now.
You shouldn't. She needed to hear all of that.
I agree.
Yeah, you're probably right. Still, I might bring in a peace offering my first day back. Any ideas?
Jesus stuff?
Maybe I'll just finally bring back that book I borrowed 6 months ago.
Proceeding? That's it. Again, beautiful views.
Not a bad
Wow.
view, right?
Yeah.
Don't nod.
I get
You
now why they
rock.
put cemeteries in nice spots. Takes a little bit of the sting off. Listen, I know this has been hard. I'm really grateful you saw it through with me. Fireweed was great, but there was no one really there for me like that, you know? You're the only one.
Hey, brothers and sisters, right?
But it's been way more brothers than sisters lately.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm trying to say thank you.
You really don't have to.
You saved my life, Allison.
Only for you to end up locked up in fireweed for the rest of your childhood.
Wait, are you still blaming yourself for that? Don't. It was my choice.
It's just... I stole your life, Tyler. And then I totally wasted it.
That's not true.
You're on your way to Denali. Michael's gonna be a famous chef, and what am I doing? Nothing.
You were just dealing with what happened the way that you needed to, alright? As soon as we figure this shit out, we're gonna sell the house, and you're gonna go to Juneau. You're gonna kick ass.
You make it sound so easy.
No.
I believe in you,
We
Allison.
never had a shot at easy. But we always pull through, right?
Yeah. You're right. Hey. Wherever Ranger Tyler ends up next, he better come down from the hills to visit us city folk every now and then. You hear?
For sure. And anyway, it's not gonna be for a while. We've got time.
Oh yeah, of course. We do. So I guess we know the story now, huh? Marianne was done with Delos, and Delos was done with her.
But we don't know the entire story. We know the story of her,
Maybe she was too proud, but
of her situation
She worked so
in general,
hard
but
for
not
so long,
of the
and
death
she reached
itself.
the end of her rope.
I guess
No
we'll
one
learn
was there
that
to help her.
only in the last episode, which is the next one.
Not even Tessa.
There's only 3.
Or Eddie.
What about Sam? We need to talk to Sam now.
When she heard social services was coming, she
Lost it?
Gave up. But killed her kids?
No. There's more going on there.
Still feels like there's something missing.
Absolutely.
Right?
I like them so
You're
much
never gonna
together
understand what was going through
as
her
family.
I'll bet even she did.
They have a true bond.
It's probably always gonna feel that way.
I do believe we can find out more. Probably it will be in the next episode, in the finale.
I'm gonna fall asleep the second I hit the couch.
You better rally. We still have to do some cleaning before bed.
Do we have to?
Hey, whoever packs the most gets the big couch tonight.
Shit. Allison.
I'll get the fire extinguisher.
What the hell? No, my god. That's the Med-Eater. That's the one who showed up before Marianne was dead.
Tyler, are you alright?
And he's the metaphorical figure for the Man-Eater.
I got it.
Med-Eater. And I think that their mom was trying to protect them from that creature or person.
There was a guy. He smashed me in the face with the door.
What guy? What did he look like?
I'm not sure. I couldn't see straight.
I'll tell you what guy. The Med Hunter, not Eater. The Med Hunter. I keep messing those names. So that is the metaphorical figure for that person.
And he was all in black.
Why would someone try to burn down our barn?
I don't know. But I'm going to find out.
You bet.
He went looking under the rug? This gas can was already here this morning. He didn't bring it with him.
I might have found something. Is that a box under the barn?
Yeah, what the hell? I think this is where the fire started.
So he was trying to burn whatever's inside?
We should check it out. I'm gonna need to remove a few more planks to get to it.
Where could we possibly find a tool to do that?
Huh. These planks look newer than the rest.
That corner used to be all dirt for chickens. She was always saying how she was gonna make this place a real homestead. Little house on the tundra.
Yeah, someone was trying to cover whatever is buried under there.
Did he really have to smash everything?
We need some tools. Find a way to retrieve the box. On it. And listen, you're in my way.
God, he really turned this place upside down.
Asshole even dumped the drawers.
Oh, collectible.
At least you were spared.
What did I get now? The Moon Hag.
The Moon Hag is an old and powerful witch. She lures her innocent victims deep beneath the ice and traps them there forever.
I missed one. Like in the previous episode, I found 4. Okay, that will definitely help.
None of the valuable stuff's missing.
Wait a minute. Take it. Yes. The mechanics sometimes get confused.
Guess we know how he made the hole. He went looking under the rug?
What's inside?
Step back.
I'll be fine.
I'm on edge here. I'm real curious.
Well, I only know one person who'd bother to decorate a storage box like this.
Marianne. Let's open it.
Here we go.
What's that there?
Some kind of carving. Not sure what it is, though. 3 digits. Any ideas?
The Book of Goblins.
Marianne was never really a numbers kind of person. Hey, doesn't that carving look like the Secret Keeper from the Book of Goblins?
The
Finding
Secret
anything?
Keeper.
Just give me a sec. We wrote a shit ton of stories.
The Secret... What you said again?
Hey, doesn't that carving
Secret
look
Keeper.
like the Secret Keeper from the Book of Goblins?
Secret Keeper. Let's see if we got something about it in the index. I don't see in the index, but I do see
That's it.
this one.
Look,
the icon.
It's the same symbol.
Yeah.
Secret Keeper.
Well, let's see if we can find any numbers.
Okay, let's start reading. The goblins earn their voice. Once upon a time, I'm reading fast, and I'll just speak up when it gets interesting. So, spy the Secret Keeper as the motor rounds. Okay, so I was reading it over and over and over and over again, and I did not find the numbers, but then I saw, I skipped forward to that if I move the pages, there are numbers in the story, drawn numbers in the story. So let's go to the beginning. So we have the number 1 here, and the number 3 here, and the number 0 over here, so 130.
There must be something in here we can use to
Let's
get it
see.
open.
1,
And preferably
3,
without
0.
destroying the box.
I did it.
Yes. Yes, yes. And I was reading like crazy for hours. For nothing. Let's continue. 2 letters. Ooh. First one.
That's rough.
Marianne, I'm sorry you're in this situation. I know you feel
This
you.
guy tried to push Marianne to get an abortion.
What?
Even though she wanted to keep us.
Let me read it. Wait a minute. You'd make a great mother, and I don't doubt you will someday. I feel as you'd make a great mother, and I don't doubt you will someday. But right now, we have to be sure we don't ruin 3 lives. My marriage hasn't been happy for some time, but she doesn't deserve this. But mostly I'm worried about you. People here talk, and I don't want you to have to go through that. I know money has been tight, but I'll do what I can to help you do the right thing. Just let me know how much you need. Who wrote that down?
Guessing she didn't know how much of an ass he'd turn out to be.
Who is it? Wait a minute. Who wrote that down? Dear Marianne, I need to see you again. I know how that sounds, and I don't want you to think I chase after all the new girls in Delos Crossing. I've always taken my vows seriously, but something changed when I met you. When we're together, I feel like I'm doing 80 down the highway with my lights off, and I never want to stop. Poetic. I know it isn't right, and we both have a lot to lose, but I need to be with you again. I hope you feel the same. Heart symbol. P.S. I bought you a little something for next time. I can't wait to see how it looks on you. So she got a love letter for someone. I'm guessing it's from Sam. And then
What a mess.
that man, whoever he is, tried to convince her to take an abortion because he didn't think she can take care of her children. Who is it from? Wow.
That's everything. What the hell?
So, Marianne hid a box under the barn. Box full of letters from our deadbeat dad.
So yeah, that's from the dad that they never met. Okay. This is complicated, so I'm all around. All over the place. Found out what Marianne hid inside the box. Okay, I did that. So he's the one to come for these letters? They're
Turned
dead?
the whole place upside down and didn't take anything. All he wanted was that box.
Yeah.
He was willing to burn down the barn to get rid of what was inside. You know what it all means, right?
Yep. That guy had an affair with Marianne, and he just tried to torch the evidence.
He must have heard we were clearing out the house. He was worried we'd find it.
You know,
Okay.
I can't shake the feeling I've seen him here before.
The way she died. There's a memory. I need to follow it. What? What's going on?
Why are we seeing this? I don't know about you, but I haven't forgotten anything about that night.
I would have said the same thing, but something felt different. I need to see the rest.
There's so many options. Maybe the one that came to burn the place
I'm not sure I do.
is their father, and maybe he's the one who had an affair with her and want to bury the evidence. I don't know.
This is where I tripped.
There's a memory nearby. Oh, okay, there it is.
The Mad Hunter.
The Mad Hunter.
was someone here that night? In the woods?
No. It was just... I saw... Who the hell did I actually see?
That's him. The Mad Hunter.
The Mad Hunter.
What? No. That was the Mad Hunter.
What? What are you talking about?
That night, I thought I saw the Mad Hunter in the woods, but I guess it was just some asshole. Some asshole who just fucking stood there and watched while our mother chased me with a shotgun.
Do you think it was the same guy?
Maybe.
Yeah, the one who tried to burn that
It had to be
place.
him, right? They were wearing the same fishing gear.
Yeah, unless everyone who wants to mess with us is coordinating outfits.
And wait, he was here once before, wasn't he? A few days before Marianne died?
Maybe?
Hold on. Do you feel that?
What? Feel what? Where are you going?
Some kind of work boot. Maybe fishing boots?
Let's go over to the dock.
Tyler, not there.
Our mother fought with someone on the dock about us. We need to know if it was the same guy.
But what if it's not that memory?
We have to try.
I can't go through that again.
We have to take that chance.
But do we really? I mean, someone just tried to burn our barn down.
Yeah, and that means we've got to be close to something.
I'm not going on that dock.
Just one more time. I don't want to say even after what I did for you, because it's like you owe me. I will never present it like you owe me. It's not fair. So just one more time.
Just one more time, please.
There's always just one more. Every time it seems like we're done with this, something new pops up.
What if this is the only chance to figure out who our father is?
Then we go on living our lives without him, just like we always have.
Come on, we need to know the truth. For her.
What if I don't want to know the truth, huh? Did you ever consider that? No. You just push and push and...
You have to take responsibility for your part in Marianne's death.
Who said that?
What? How can you say that to me?
I didn't. But I did, right? Earlier, to Eddie. But I swear I didn't just say that to you.
So we can't even trust our own voices now?
What the heck?
I don't know.
Someone else can do that?
Allison.
I'll do it. Let's go.
What is going on? If someone else can use telepathic power to mess with our conversation, then this got way more intense and dangerous. I can't. It's not working.
We can do it.
Yes. Someone was trying to interrupt with my powers.
Watch it! You're stepping on my foot. Can you hear what they're saying? Quiet. We don't want Mom to catch us out of bed.
I told you that would happen.
We almost had it though. That was us watching Marianne fight that guy. Try to focus on him, alright? Don't think about anything else.
Yes.
So you're here to make sure I've been keeping my mouth shut? I don't owe you anything.
You've been a little all over the place lately.
All over the place?
Who is
I've just
that?
been trying to survive. If you want to make sure I don't get desperate, you could help us out. Lend me some money.
What happened? Why did it stop?
I can't, Tyler.
But we were so damn close.
I'm confused. Allison?
I'm sorry. But I'm done.
That's it? You're just giving up, just like that. You can't do this. We owe her.
Marianne is gone, Tyler. And nothing we do is gonna change that.
Don't go, please. You can't keep running from this alley, or it's only gonna get worse.
It's too much for her.
Ouch! Watch it! You're stepping on my foot! Can you hear what they're saying? Quiet! We don't want Mom to catch us out of bed.
There's no money.
I've never asked you for anything, but right now they need you.
It's not gonna happen.
I've got everything I need to nail your ass in that barn.
And just what do you think happens after that?
What do you mean?
Well, if those kids have a father, you really think there's a court out there that'll let you keep them?
No! You have no claim to my children. Get the hell off my property, now! If you ever come back here, I'm going to kill you!
Allison?
I'm going to kill you.
No. No.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
I have a guess here. Oh, next chapter is gonna be so interesting. So, I have a guess here. Maybe because someone can use a telepathic power to get in our conversations, maybe he did one of two things. Maybe he planted that memory in the kids' brains that they killed their mother, even though they didn't. Or maybe he planted the idea to kill the mother, and that's why they killed her. Well, that's why Allison killed her in the first place. Because now that someone else has access to their thoughts and to their telepathic conversation, he can do so many bad shit. Wow, this is crazy. Okay, let's go over some stats before I'll summarize the entire episode. So Tyler felt relied on when Allison chose his memory at the house. 53%, almost a tie. Tyler felt hurt about needing time when Allison refused the house showing. Yeah, of course. It's not only about the money. There's things more important than that. Allison felt hopeful about becoming a family when Tyler forgave Eddie. 82%, the majority. Eddie was touched by Tyler's forgiveness. Michael was hearted by Tyler's compliment. 78%. You know about Michael? I wanted to, to make Tyler happy, and I thought he can be happy with Michael, but then there was this icon that showed that the relationship of the brother and sister was hurt by that. If I knew that, maybe I was not doing that. I don't know. Tessa felt grateful the twins kept her in their lives. 80%. Oh, and that's the last stat. Okay. You get a pick for the finale?
There's something else. Look at this. What do you think? Should we give it a shot?
I think the crafty goblins have one more hatch to sneak through.
Woo.
Let's go.
I'm really intrigued. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I love solving mysteries and puzzles. And they're doing it in such a relaxing pace, even though there's a devastating story, but in the relaxed pace, in the Life is Strange fashion. The views, the music, the low pace, it's amazing. Yeah. So that was it. That was episode 2. And to sum up very quickly, I mean, we find out a lot of details regarding Marianne's state, and more than that she was struggling financially and providing food and supplies, because those were tough times almost on everybody. But Tessa and Eddie took some actions that may have caused her to lose her children, and that broke her in a way. So we found out a lot about that, but that still did not provide the final answer what happened in those moments in which she died. But then we found out that there's someone who's trying to burn some evidence in the house, and you can access the telepathic conversation of Allison and Tyler. And who knows what he's done. Maybe he planted some memories inside their brains. Maybe he killed Marianne. Maybe they didn't even do it. So there's something revolving around that, what is called Mad Hunter. And that is the answer we are looking for right now, and we will look for in the finale, in the next episode. More and more, it seems that Marianne really loved her children, and she was devastated, thinking that she might lose them. And she's a whole different character now for me, comparing to what we thought of her at the beginning of the game in the previous episode. Wow, this is a fascinating mystery. I am dying to see how it's gonna wrap up. So that will be in the next episode, in the finale. Thank you very much for watching.